Zach, we have a pretty strict schedule that we stick to in terms of adding stuff to the show sheet. And
I know where this is going. We do.
where's it going?
Just go. Just go where you're gonna go.
Yeah, you usually cut it off around, I think like 2-ish. You're like, all right, that's good. Like the day of the show. And I always feel bad, because news, you're not constantly connected to the news, right? So sometimes I'll click on a link, I'll see something that I wasn't aware of, and I'm like, I probably shouldn't add it. Or maybe I'll get a new this week, because I get my mail from delivered at my mom's house, because it's safer, right? It doesn't get stolen by porch pirates. Yeah. And I got a new this week, but it was literally about 20 minutes before I jumped into the room. And I was like, I'm just going to do it live. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to send pictures. Wow. But I did want to get ahead of it now to let you know.
Making me fucking sick. Making me fucking sick.
I thought you were coming after me, by the way. I thought you were coming after me because I added the Spock stuff so late. I was like, wow. Yeah, I
didn't see it.
Really.
That is annoying, but I think it's less of you and more of EXO. That's just when they drop their stuff is Tuesday. But,
yeah, there's no, because there was, I'll probably put it on next week's show, but there was a figure I saw, but it wasn't until, like an hour ago. Wow. So just like, there was stuff I wanted to talk about, but I was like, for Zach's mental health.
What the hell?
I'll save it,
Wow.
It's just tough,
I shared my show slides, though, this last week, so it saved Zach some time, Dean. This could have been the week that you were forgiven a little more easily. It's possible.
Not this week, no.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Not this week. Look at Eddie flexing in the background. How dare you?
Hey, look at that, dude.
Handsome as ever.
Need to see it. I don't even know who
there's
that
a
is.
Canada strike happening.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's pissing me off.
What's with that? What are they striking for?
To be honest, I don't even really know. I was driving to work today, and there's a huge post office depot just about a street down from me, and everybody was outside picketing, and they had like a big bonfire going and everything. And I was like, that explains why.
Your Inart
I was like, that explains why my Inart and Exo 6 Geordie haven't come yet. I got Exo 6 from Big Bad Toy Store 2 weeks ago. It's been stuck at the border since Tuesday of last week. And same with the 1/6 kit figure, the Batman figure. It's also been stuck at the border since Tuesday.
That sucks.
So, but I thought it was them at first. I'm like, what the hell is going on? And then, I found out today. Honestly, just like you.
Yeah,
that there was
and it's not like you could just drive down there and be like, okay, can I just get my shit? Like they hold it hostage, right? And it's like, yeah, fuck y'all.
It looks like they won't even let it in the country at this point. Like it's still stuck on the state side. So, it's wild.
Buttholes.
Unfortunately. But yeah, I thought I'd have a new this week, at least one, if not two. But who knows when I'll get it? Who knows?
Who knows? Who knows?
Are you an angel?
What?
An angel. I heard the deep space pilots talk about them. They're the most beautiful creatures in the universe.
Hello there.
We are tonight's entertainment.
We would be honored if you would join us.
He's got a billion toys.
You brought in a doll collection.
These are not dolls, Jim. These are commodities. Same as gold or oil.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
You are now listening to the Collecting Weekly podcast.
Shall we lock in the artillery power?
This is the true form of floor gang right here. Very nice. YouTube.com/collectingweekly. Thank you very much. That's very cool. Big.
Hey guys, my name is Zach.
I'm Dean.
I'm Ben.
And I'm Eddie.
Welcome to this week's episode of Collecting Weekly. It's a weekly podcast where my friends and I talk about the things that matter the most to us this week in collecting.
That's right. We want to thank everyone out there watching, whether you're catching us live on YouTube, on the replay on YouTube, or if you're listening to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, SoundCloud, wherever you're listening to us. Thank you. If you are live or on YouTube, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, even if it's bad.
Super chat, even, just
Yeah.
out there. Just kidding. Oh boy, Ben says the energy is explosive. Oh boy, I
also say keep your
running
pants on because
fumes right now. I'm running on fumes. I took a nap with my new this week, and I feel like I woke up in the middle of REM, bro. I'm fucking feel like I'm dying right now. Anyways, I'll be honest, there's not a ton of news. Apologies to our small talk compatriots. We had to steal some news as well, but we're gonna have fun. We're gonna goof, gaff, and laugh. And before we get into any of that, we have a very special segment that we start off all of our best shows with.
Yeah, you guys ready?
Yes.
It's new this week.
Yeah. What'd you get into this week? I got all the way from Tokyo, Japan, my Square Enix Bring Arts Yuffie Kisaragi from Final Fantasy VII. Literally, like I said, like 20 minutes ago. So
Show
I'm
the ring
super
footage.
excited.
Oh,
What?
The ring footage. 20 minutes. Let's go.
Well, it's not my ring. I don't have access to the ring.
Okay.
Convenient.
Yeah.
Because my sis, it got delivered at like 1 p.m., but I didn't get it until my sister got here.
You don't have ring in front of your house?
Yeah, but
So show me that ring footage if you come in at 8:10 with the package.
okay.
I want to see it right now. No,
Anyway.
right now. We're not going to talk about anything else. I want to verify this. This is a last minute do this. No, I'm just
Here
kidding.
we go. I'll do it.
I'm going to analyze
Anyway.
like the Zapruder film, just fucking frame by frame.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm super excited to get this. Yuffie is one of the coolest characters. So I love them all. You're right. I'm going to say that about every single character in that game. So super cool to add it. But that was my news this week. What about you guys?
Congrats. Let's look at Eddie's new this week.
Ooh.
Yeah, so the big one
Spicy.
was I got my in-art Superman, and it is pretty sick. I had a second to at least take it out of the box and take a look at it, and it's pretty freaking amazing. I actually like the angry sculpt a lot more than I thought I was gonna. Like in pictures it looks good, but I thought for sure I would want to use the regular sculpt, but in hand the angry sculpt is just, it's really good. And like the detail with like the furrowed brow and everything, and it's pretty sick, dude. And the one thing I noticed too, the suit material is super thin, like feels very nice. It articulates really well. Like the cape is really nice. So it's a pretty sick figure, dude. I'm excited to do more. The pose I really want to do is that one when during the nightmare scene when Batman's hanging in the cave or whatever, and he like slams down and he's like does the superhero landing. That's the one I really want to get him into. See if he could even do it, but I haven't had time just with work and everything, so that's why I got the box here, but hopefully soon I can actually get it out and take pictures and stuff. But it is pretty sick, so I'm excited for that one.
Yeah, dude. Congratulations. I like the little bats in the logo itself. I didn't realize that's what that was at first glance. That's cool.
Yeah, it's on the side of the box too. They got the bats, and then on the back it says if you seek his monument, look around you. So
wow.
Yeah, it's a nice box.
Who'd you buy from, Eddie?
Kit. I've been getting all my in-art stuff from Kit, and Aragorn and Superman I got really quick. I did order them very, very quick. I don't remember Aragorn specifically, but Superman I know for sure, like literally the second it went up, I ordered it because I was actually boarding a plane from Oxcon when I ordered Superman, I think. So
wild.
I don't know if that has anything to do with it, that I got them really fast, because I know some people it's taking forever. And when I got Gandalf, that one probably took the longest. I know everybody kind of waited on Joker except for like maybe Justin and some other streamers, but like that was pretty slow. And then Gandalf for me was extremely slow, but I literally ordered that so last minute that it was sold out everywhere, and I got lucky on a random site. So that one's probably the longest, but Superman and Aragorn were really quick. So yeah,
there you go. You
the
also
Batman is going to be
got-
officially my second in art figure. Sorry to interrupt. And
oh, nice.
I'm excited to see how I feel about it because, like, I did love my Jokers. Obviously, I still have them. But since I haven't experienced another one yet, I'm like, I want to see how much more I love it. Yeah, like in comparison to even just to the other Batman figures that I have. Or will there be that much of a separation in my heart? I'm not too sure. But
you have the Hot Toy one?
Stay tuned. I don't have the Hot Toys one, but I've seen the Hot Toys one in person. Like I got a chance to like kind of hold it and everything like that. I went to the local comic store and they had it on display there, and it's a really nice looking figure as well. So, but no, just in comparison to just the other Batmans I have, even.
Well, I have 3 now, right? I have Joker I had, and then Aragorn and Soups, and I had Gandalf, but I think I only looked at the head sculpt. I don't even think I took the figure out.
Really?
I had it in the closet and I never even ended up unboxing it. So I was like, I guess I can sell this one. That might have been a mistake, but it was easy at the time, an easy decision. But yeah, hopefully you get that soon, man. Hopefully they figure it out and you get it. But
I'm literally hoping for this week because otherwise But it looked when I ordered it was 2 years and 4 months ago on the internet.
God damn.
So 2 years, 4 months. It's a long time.
dang, that's definitely the longest 6 scale wait time, I think.
I had significantly less gray hair back then. I was like almost like an entirely different person.
You were still super handsome.
Told you. I said, like the internet has turned me into a weathered husk of a person. You hate to see it.
You hate to see it. I also picked up. I've been on an Across the Spider-Verse hype. I watched it again because Adriana hasn't seen it, and we still haven't finished it. Me and her were watching it, and she likes it a lot. I said, dude, the second one's even better than the first one. Like, I never bought into the hype of the first one. I was like, it's good. It's not like as amazing as everybody says it is.
That's
but
crazy.
this one I really like a lot. So I ended up picking up the SH Figure Arts Spider-Punk. That was on an Amazon sale recently, so I got it for like $70. And then randomly we needed to go to Target, and I ran into the Hobie Brown, the like purple version when he's in his universe, which is also a really cool figure. I've taken them both out of the box now. The Marvel Legends is good enough. I don't think you need the SH figure art, but if you like that premium plastic over that Marvel Legends plastics, then I still think it's worth it. But honestly, the articulation might be slightly better on the Marvel Legends, especially with the ankles. The ankles on the SHF suck. They like
crazy.
Yeah.
There's a lip on his boot that doesn't even let it move very well forward or back. So he gets a little bit of pivot, but that's kind of annoying. So, but it does look really good. And I would say the only like really big difference in quality is the head sculpt. Like the afro has more texture in the hair, which is nice, but it's not really needed. It's just something that's there. So honestly, the paint and everything was pretty damn good on the Marvel Legend. So if you're looking to get one or the other, I'd say you're good with just the Marvel Legend. But this one has been going on sale, so you might be able to catch a discount on it. But they're both
Eddie,
sick.
if you see the Secret Wars black suit Spider-Man at your Target, I know they're starting to hit. Let me know.
Yeah,
because I know they have the discount.
I haven't seen any of those yet. I've been looking for.
It's the one with like the vintage card with the little
and those pog things or whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Congrats. Congrats.
Thanks.
Badfish says dinner's almost ready. Listening to the homies, so I couldn't make it tonight. Have a great show, boys.
Dang.
Yeah, I hate to see it.
Sam
stuff,
Sam
Eddie.
Gist also asked if Mark was officially gone from the channel at this point. So we can address that later.
Would hope not.
Keep everybody in suspense.
Next week, I was gonna give his dad tickets to CW, so he might be here. So,
Jesus.
No, he's a sweetheart. DeFed, I finally got my CW stickers. They're a work of art. Very cool.
Oh, nice.
Ben, I love you. I stopped.
I was gonna say, have you sent mine? Because they're like,
I'm sorry, Dean.
You could have
I
blamed the
lost a child,
mail. You
Ben.
could have
I'm
honestly
sorry.
blamed the mail.
you could have.
Yeah, well, no, I did. It was on strike, is what it sent back.
Goddamn Canadian post office. Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
I'm sorry. My life has been a mess. I've been a mess.
You're fine. I just want to make sure I don't it's not just lost in the mail at this point.
No,
I'm gonna have to have a word with Zach's Wonderland.
What the fuck?
Wow.
What the frick?
You hate to see it.
Congrats to
Zach's
Fett.
Apollo now.
Strongly worded
Okay,
letter.
Eddie. Fucking guy showing up 2 minutes late. What did you do this week?
So Big Bad is having their like Black Friday sales early. They're not super crazy sales, but every week they update on Monday like a new items on the sale. And we just had that Thunderbolts trailer, and I'm not gonna lie, like I don't love the new MCU stuff, but some of the stuff I love is the characters that's in Thunderbolts. Like probably my favorite thing of pre-end or post-Endgame MCU is Falcon and Winter Soldier, and I really liked US Agent, like a lot. I thought he was funny, and I thought he's that kind of character that you hate to like, you know, like. So I really liked him, and that was on sale on Big Bad. I think it was like $10, so I was like, I could pick that up. And then also another movie that I enjoyed was Black Widow, and I really enjoyed Red Guardian. Like I thought he was funny as hell. So the 2-pack was on sale for $20, which is like $10 each. And I wasn't expecting much from Melina, the like stepmom in the movie, but actually that figure is pretty sick. The likeness is really good to the actress. And I was looking forward to the which one? What?
What's the actress's name again?
I don't know her name.
Is it
I
Rachel?
know
I
she's
think
from The
it's
Mummy,
Rachel
but I don't know
Weisz.
her name.
She's from The Mummy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Rachel Weisz. Yeah, it
Yeah.
looks like it from this distance. That's why I was wondering, because I'm like, is that Rachel Weisz in there? Like, I forgot that she played that character in the movie. It's totally forgot.
Yeah, the likeness is really good on it, actually. Like one of the best I've seen from Marvel Legends. So that one's really good. And then the Red Guardian's a really sick figure, and he comes with a little like tiny Red Guardian action figure. So that's a fun figure. And then I know I hate Thor: Love and Thunder, but I actually really liked his Ravager suit, like the vest look with the jeans. And there is a really cool Cos baby, Ben, where he's playing the Stormbreaker like a guitar and lightning is shooting off of it. So that's why I ended up picking up this figure. I always wanted to do that, and it kind of reminds me of, I forgot the character's name, but if you guys ever saw Dexter's Lab, he would watch Super Friends on there. I think they were Super Friends or Justice Friends, and one of the characters was like a rip-off of Thor, and he had long blonde hair and like a bandana tied around his head, and he would play a guitar, and that was like his Mjolnir, and it would like shoot out lightning, and that was his power guitar, and it reminds me of that. So that one was on sale. I was like, I can pick this one up finally. So I got him playing his guitar like Stormbreaker, like a guitar. It's pretty sick, dude.
That's awesome. That would have been a great hot toy. Maybe
they should have done that one, dude. That suit is pretty sick.
Agreed. I think I would have bought that one over the final movie version.
Yeah.
I didn't love that look, to be honest.
Yeah, me either.
There you go.
But I think that's it. I think that's all I got
Let's
this week.
check in with the
Pickups.
chat.
Yeah.
We got Toy Mafia Striker, Sean Forrester, Mike, SpongeBob SquareBalls. Hope you're doing well. Thomas, Field of Burn, Pedro Lopez, Universal Key, Sean Forrester. Got that duck energy coming on strong. That I need to channel the duck. Mark P. Let's see here. Sam Gist is Marco officially off the show at this point. Random Korean, the movie canon. Trevor Weed. Defet. Let me know. I believe I know who you are, but if you're the person with the international U.S. address, let me know. It's a very specific question, but I was just curious because we send a lot of stickers out internationally, and I don't always get updates when those get delivered. Rob Barnes, Gilbert, Conquer Knight. What's up, guys? I have one new this week. It'll be my vlog, but I got a sleep apnea. My
Clifford?
CPAP. This is my. Actually, it's not even a CPAP. It's an auto PAP, is what they call them now.
I thought lip
So,
injections
yeah.
when I first saw it. To be honest,
You know
extremely
on
right.
you know on Monsters Inc. when they put them up to the machine that sucks out the energy.
Yeah, that's how I feel. Okay, you know what? I hope you all die in your sleep. Anyways.
Whoa,
I'm just
you
kidding.
can't say that.
I don't take it back.
I'm getting mad.
No, but
King
it's
of the
cool.
Hill
I
vibes right now.
took a nap before the show, crashed the fuck out. But I feel like I woke up at the wrong time. But it'll be in the vlog, you know, the not really
Dude,
anything.
When
getting
you
the
said
fit
you
in,
took a nap with your new this week, I thought you were saying you slept in the duck costume. I didn't even realize you were talking about this.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
that, or he got the Batmobile Bat missile a little bit early.
Wow.
That's the influencer badge, Ben. No, I wouldn't spend $600 for that piece of shit. Let's see here. 12-inch Moose stream. Sorry, Moose. It's okay, Moose. It's not personal. If it was, I apologize.
Super chat it.
No,
The,
no.
Is it actually a big difference, Zach? Like, do you notice a big difference?
Well, I think it's too soon to say, because I've only slept with it for like probably 2-3 hours. I will let you guys know, not tomorrow after dark, but the next after dark. Yes. Okay, Defet. Perfect. Do me a favor, Defet. Update your address and Patreon, but also send me an email, Zach at collectingweekly.com, ZACK. I should make sure I get your new address updated, because sometimes Patreon doesn't update the mailing list automatically. I don't know. It feels weird. It's not that I don't like the way it feels, because it is very comfortable, all things considered. However, I know it's like a good weird, you know? Like it's a good sensation to have air going in your body. But I was kind of getting tripped out because I felt like, not necessarily I was swallowing the air, but like I felt like I was kind of getting overwhelmed.
Oh.
Because it's not, the way that I thought it worked was that it like would only shoot air when you're breathing, but it's constantly shooting air. And so when you're breathing out, you're trying to breathe out against it pushing air in, which I guess is the point, right? Because there's points where I was not breathing. But I will say, again, I know this isn't really not a health show. I was having, according to this report that I still have, no one's talked to me about, I was diagnosed with severe sleep apnea, which is like 30 events per hour. And when I woke up from the 2 or 3 hour nap, it has like a little screen on the little thing that tells you like how many events you had. It's at 0.9 per hour. So that's a pretty significant reduction in that happening. So an event could be like stopping breathing, or just like a long pause between breaths, or I think it's also blood oxygen dropping, which I'm not sure how this would check that, but anyways, down to 0.9. So hopefully we'll stay there. I did wake up feeling pretty good though, but it was like, you know, even if you get good sleep, if you wake up at the wrong point in like the sleep cycle, you're kind of groggy at first. I think that's what happened to me. Victoria's like, you got to go. It's time for the show. So I do. I am excited to use it. I had probably the worst night of sleep I've had in a long time last night for a lot of reasons, and so I'm glad to have this for my new this week.
Glad you got.
I also got a gun, but I'm not gonna show that on stream.
Wow.
Anyways,
Hey,
did they
what'd you get?
baby?
Text it to me. You know what it's talking about.
I'll see it. The brown Hellcat that I've had on layaway since June. They texted me and they're like, you need to pay it off by tomorrow or it's going back to layaway or to inventory. And I was like, oh shit. So maybe Victoria to haul ass over there today after my CPAP. It'll be in the vlog if you guys want to see my new gun. It'll be in the vlog. Did they cause baby? Dean's the show where we talk about if they cause babied the figure.
Yeah.
We're working on the catch line. The Bat Missile, as I call it, the Ben Thomas. 610, October 25th to March 2000. October 2025 to March 2026. I will be honest. I'm really not the target audience for this.
Yeah.
And again, I don't. It's really tough to say, you know, between this and the old 89 Batmobile, because I know they're obviously in the same universe. What influences other companies like Jazwick may have had on this? I feel like the paint, they're trying to emulate that paint from like the Jazz Ink, which a lot of people, I think Ben, even you may have had this complaint with the Hot Toys, but that the plastic looked very plastic and not like like an automobile paint. And in these photos, I again, I'm just speculating here, but it looks to me like they're trying to emulate almost that greenish tone or that purplish greenish tone in the paint. I don't know if that's really what's actually going to be in the final product, but I'm seeing a little depth in the paint here that I feel like I wasn't seeing before. I do like, I guess, most of this. I'm just really not the target audience for this. Like, in no realm am I spending $610 on this. To me, if I was going to spend the money on Batmobile, it would be the Tumbler, which I still really want, because I feel like that's my favorite live action Batman. But this is cool. I believe this one's also USB powered, which a lot of people are hinting at. I wouldn't even call it a 3.0, but like a 2.5 Batmobile in the future that's perhaps possibly a bit longer, and then also with USB, which I think would just be silly release at this point, given that I think everyone that's wanted one has probably already got one at this point. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not the target consumer. This design just doesn't speak to me as well, so not for me. And like Dean said, not a cause baby.
Yeah, definitely not a cause baby. I think the target audience for this has to be a completionist, right? Because
it's got to be. Yeah.
Even if this movie, the 89, 92, or 93 Batmans were your favorite, you probably already have a Batmobile. Like, if you're going to pick one, it's going to be the regular Batmobile. Now there's a lot of them on the market, so, you know, pick of the litter on which Batmobile you get. Feels honestly super weird for them to even do, but I guess it's like objectively, like, it looks cool, but again, like, I would just get a regular Batmobile. Why get the one that's, you know, scene
Especially
specific?
for the price.
Right? He goes through the alleyway and it, like, the wings and the sides pop off, and it's very weird. I really don't get it. But like you said, I'm not the target audience, so to me it seems like a waste, but this is my opinion.
I mean, I think something that's always been really cool about Batman is, like, he always has some kind of gadget for something, right? And I've, you know, kind of compared him to like an Inspector Gadget type in that sense in the past, where, you know, this Batmobile, you know, you're coming into this alleyway, for some reason he just knew he might eventually need this mechanism in the Batmobile to exist, to be able to get into either tight parking spaces or narrow freaking alleyways. And it's hilarious when it turns corners. And like, the scene itself is fun, but I wouldn't say that when I like think back to that movie, that's the scene that like stands out for me either. If I was going to think of like an iconic film vehicle from Batman Returns, it would have to either be the Batmobile itself or the duck car, right? The Penguin's duck car. Like, even if you don't have a Penguin figure to like pair with it, if you saw that in a collection, you'd be like, oh, that is awesome. 100%. This is odd because it's like 1/3 of a vehicle for only $100 cheaper than the original Batmobile went for, or about $100 anyways. I think the original was $720 USD. So you get 1/3 of the vehicle for a huge ticket price. Somebody had said to me, maybe it comes with the Batman. And I thought when I did my initial like thoughts video on this that I missed it. And I was like, holy shit. Okay. That makes way more sense cost wise. If this was like $450 and it came with just a loose Batman to be able to pair with it, no accessories or base or any of that stuff, just the figure and the vehicle, I think that could be something that amplified the market on this particular release. Maybe you don't want all that other stuff with another Batman, but it doesn't. It's just the vehicle. So, I think it's the lights playing tricks on your eyes, Zach. I don't think that they're going for that green paint effect at all. I think it's just lighting that they used in the room for the photography. Really? I think it's exactly the same black plastic as the other one. This one's also a little bit longer. It's actually a little bit closer to film accuracy. So if you put this one directly next to your Hot Toys Batmobile, this one's actually going to be slightly longer. Just slightly, but technically so. And the only other thing that I was like, why the hell did they not give the Batmobile 2.0 a USB if they were going to be able to give this one a USB? It was such a noticeable omission from the previous version that it was very obvious that they just reissued it, not remade it. And I thought that just kind of shined a spotlight a little bit on that past Batmobile. And I love it. I mean, it's literally behind me right here. But this one's got better technology in it, and it's so close together. So all of those things being said, this is a 100% skip for me. I just don't have the space. I barely have the space for this one. I still don't know what I'm going to do with this guy yet. This is not something for me. But there are the vehicle collectors who want this, and I know that there was vehicle collectors in the Jazz Inc. Facebook group who were calling for this to be made. And, you know, who knows if Hot Toys, if that inspired them or not, or if they just wanted to squash some competition, or they legitimately really wanted to do this vehicle. It'll be interesting to see who puts their money where their mouth is and buys one of these once it's available. So we'll see, but not for me. It's a get it or don't. It's a don't.
Absolutely no meat on the bone. Nothing.
Oh,
No
sorry.
problem.
I've been thinking about it for a week.
Bit clean, bro.
You go first next time.
It,
Zach switched our spots.
Not
Hate
bad.
to see it.
I'm surprised more people don't like this. Like, I'm surprised it's getting all the hate that it's getting, because I mean, it is a cool scene when he's running into that alleyway and you're like, oh, what's he going to do now, you know? Like, I thought it's cool, and I think it's a cool vehicle. The one thing that I do, or like the reason I guess would be my reason why I can't get it is like, yeah, with how expensive everything is and with how much stuff coming out that everybody wants, like this falls way on the back burner. But I feel like, you know, people are all over the vehicles, and I'm surprised that people don't want this. Actually, I do think it's overpriced too. Like, I think $450 is a good price for it. I would like to see it more around there, but I wouldn't have got it anyway, even if it was $450. So like, that's not what's deterring me. I don't have space for 1.6 vehicles, and even if I did, like, it's just, I wouldn't allocate funds to this before, like you guys said, I'd get the other one first, and then if maybe I was like had a super big Keaton display or a 89 and a returns display, then I would need this. But yeah, I don't know. I'm surprised that more people don't want it. I think it's cool. I like the USB stuff, and it sucks that the last one didn't get that. Like, I don't know the reasoning for that either, but who knows? But
it's because they're cheap.
Yeah, I like it.
And they already had the mold made, so they didn't have to do it.
Yeah, probably.
Whereas this is clearly a new mold. It's weird that it goes from a 2-seater to a 1-seater as well.
Maybe that's
but
why it's
really
so
just
expensive too. That it's a new mold.
Wired up. Yeah, probably. They need to make their money's worth.
It's definitely going to go on sale. So, like, because you can get the Batpod for cheap now, and you can get the Tumbler for cheap. So I'm pretty sure this one will go on sale. And I think if it's not sought after, and like they end up don't making a lot of these, like maybe in the future this one will be the sought after one. I think it's different. That's what I like about it. I think it's different. If McFarlane does one, I'm definitely getting it.
I saw some people equate this to also being similar to the Batpod, like for the Christopher Nolan Tumbler. When the Tumbler is broken down and the Batpod comes out, this was kind of a similar idea, but it came first. I was like, I feel like that's a bit of a stretch, but I do appreciate the comparison at least, because again, it goes back to that Batman's got a tool belt. He's got a workaround solution for whatever comes up when he's out crime fighting. So it's cool.
I want the Tumbler so fucking bad. Oh my god, I want to Tumbler so bad.
It's an interesting transformation on screen, because like Ben said, it goes from a 2-seater to a 1-seater, and it shows for a brief second how that happens, but like just like on the outside. So it's like, but where would the seat go for this?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I understand what's happening, right? Like the middle of the Batpod like pops off and it shrinks inward. So it's like that I understand, but like realistically, you know, functionally, how would that even work? Because yeah, this thing when I first saw it, I was super confused. It's like, wait, where are these extra wheels coming from? And like the placement of them seems odd, but in the movie it moves forward and then in the front tire. It doesn't really show what happens in the back, but
Yeah.
like it is cool, Eddie. I don't like. I feel like a lot of people don't hate it. It's just like why I think is more the
No, I
hang
hate
up.
I
You know the only other
actually
criti- you know the, I think the other piece that sticks out to me, I think it's like, and this isn't even a fault of Hot Toys, this is more of a fault in the design, is that like I think one of my favorite parts of the Keaton Batmobile are the fins. Right? So the fact that
Yeah.
that one has no fins, it just looks funky.
You want it
It
to
like,
have
you know
one
what I mean?
fin?
It almost like, well, even if it had one, yeah, like if it had one fin, like that would have been cool even. Like just it just almost doesn't look like the Batmobile unless you know that's what it's supposed to be. If that makes sense.
This
I don't
looks
know,
like
it's
a
weird.
Nazi car to me.
Well, it's not the Batmobile.
Yeah.
It's the
Jeez,
Bat
well, you're
Missile.
The Bat Missile. That's true. That's true.
They should have done.
Well said.
They should have done the Batman Forever Batmobile first. You hate to see it.
That would have been cool.
Still wouldn't have bought it.
Kind of looks like the Baldo. Let's
Dicto.
move on. God, Hot Toys be Hot Toysing though. We'll start with this here. So we have a new Hot Toys Deadpool figure coming out with the claws that everyone was missing from the first version, and with the en masse portrait. Now, granted, this one is battle damaged for what that is worth. I think that's got to be real. I feel like there are people that still are waiting on their first Deadpool from this movie. And, you know, I don't know. I feel like people don't care. I think it's crazy to me. I think it's crazy. I see Eddie smiling.
You feel like people
do you
don't
think, Dean?
care that it's released or that it's
Everyone's
more
just
about
like,
the
oh,
figure?
cool, I'm going to get it. And I'm like, this is why they keep doing this shit to us. Because people aren't
You're
upset.
fools.
You played yourself, bro.
Yeah, it's super weird. Because almost the selling point of this one is like, oh, it's battle damage. It's different than the one you already got. But it's not that much battle damage. It's like kind of dusty in like a few spots. The clean one comes with the gold pistols, but
You
doesn't
got the
he
exclusive version.
right, but if you got the exclusive version, but this is the one that should have the gold pistols because it's already fucked up by the end of the movie. So that's fucking stupid. This comes with the claws, but it's the clean one that should come with the claws because it's when he first gets a suit and he's fucking brand new. It just, what the fuck is going on over there? Yeah, you get the Wade sculpt, which is cool. But yeah, all of that should have all been in one box. This is, considering how little battle damage this is, this could have been one release. It's crazy. That being said, glad I waited because I don't have to buy the first one now. I could
Wow,
get gold pistols off
classic.
eBay for $30. So, you know, it was kind of the same thing that happened with the Chrome Mando, right? I didn't buy the first release. I didn't get it. And then by the time I was thinking about getting it, the next season was out, and I was like, well, they're probably just gonna, you know, make a figure for that season because armor was different, and that's exactly what happened. So, but I know that it didn't work out that way for a lot of collectors, and a lot of collectors feel raw about it, and they have every right to feel raw about it because this is fucking crazy.
Yeah, I agree with you. And I'm like you too. I didn't get the first release, so like I'm not screwed by this, but in a way, I don't want to have to make this decision because I don't love battle damage figures. Like I always prefer clean, and I know this one's not really battle damage; it's just slightly dirty. But like, I prefer the clean over the dirty. But I absolutely need the claws, and so I'm probably going to get this one. But also, I didn't care about the Wade head sculpt. Like, I know everybody really wanted that. I would never use that. Like, I don't even like in the movie when he does that. I want him to keep the mask on in the movie. So that doesn't really excite me too much. I just want the claws look. And I'm going to use it with the dirty version because, like, I know that that's not the way it was in the movie, but I don't really care because I want the claws look. But I would have rather had the clean. So I feel like they should have. I don't know if it's them being greedy. Probably, like Zach says, it is. Like, that's what they're doing. They're being greedy. But it's like you could have made the first release with a regular version and a collector's edition or DX or whatever you want, and give the DX the claws and the guns, and then let people get the regular version. And then you could have still released a dirty one later and still got more money. People would have still wanted a dirty one. So it's like, come on, man. It, like, you can make money and make good decisions at the same time. Like, it's not that difficult. It just takes a little bit of thinking. Like, come on. Like, you don't need to get it out immediately either, which that was kind of cool that you could get it as fast after the movie came out. But dude, I'll wait if it means I get what I want in the figure. So it sucks, and I feel for both people that got it or wanted the clean with the claws and didn't, or they had to go custom. That's a route too, but then you spend more money. So, like, for me, I think I am going to get this because I want the claws, but I would have preferred the clean ones. So now I got to get two if I want that look. So that sucks.
Interesting. I think there could be a couple factors there, Eddie, that you touched on that could be an explanation, but it is hard to know without just speculation. You know, to me, this reminds me of that black and gold Spider-Man that we got from No Way Home, where, like, it looked like an awesome figure when it came out and everybody was going to buy it. And then when we saw the film, we realized, like, the inside out look was a very vastly different look than what the figure itself actually was. Like, it was super inaccurate. And that's how I'd felt about the Deadpool, like, 3 release here, where it came with Baby Pool and it came with Head Pool. Like, none of those, or like even the accessory to hold Baby Pool in, like, it's fun for the figure, but that didn't appear in the film. It was almost like those were rendered drawings at some point that Hot Toys were given from the film and conceptually said, here is kind of the thought piece of what we're thinking Deadpool and Wolverine's going to look like. Here's, make your figure so that it's closer to the release of the film. Because I often criticize Hot Toys for not playing ahead and having something to buy when you've seen a movie like Deadpool and Wolverine. I want to see a movie like that, have an experience, and go and spend my money on something that's collectible if it hits me in this, like, in the nostalgic feels. And this thing came out like a month. Like, I had this in my collection like a month after I saw that film. Like, that's a pretty wild turnaround, which tells me they had to have started working on it sooner. I think we might be getting this one now, because now that they have seen the movie and they, maybe it took a little while to get Ryan Reynolds head sculpt likes, like, who know, or likeness, like, who knows, his rights, but also maybe now they're like, oh, that other figure should have come with these things, so let's give him a battle damaged look like we did with the dusty Deadpool in Deadpool 2. All that being said, Charlie the Unicorn says it, business is business. I wouldn't be surprised if it was really just that, like, they're capitalizing on the hype of Deadpool and they know that most of us wanted accessories from both boxes, so most of us could technically justify getting the second piece in if you really wanted all of it. But to me, that Terminator that we saw not too long ago, the T-1000, did it so perfectly, giving you a clean look, a battle damaged look, even an alternative like outfit look for still a pretty reasonable price. I would have paid a little bit more to have these accessories in the box, including what I got with the initial version. I think my only other piece there would be, you know, in order to not piss collectors off, if that's not their intention, how come they can't do an accessories kit for this figure that came with the head sculpt and the claws and all of that stuff? Maybe a Logan skeleton for, you know, like, I don't know, $150, so that everybody that got that first version could at least still top up if they really wanted to, without having to buy a whole second figure. But who knows what goes into it.
Smart man. I really hope that on this release they fix the ankle issues, because I still feel like I'm seeing reports of people that have the more recent versions, not the day one Hong Kong ones, that are having those snapped ankle pegs. So I know that, and the neck peg, which I don't think that this figure has that issue, but I feel like the new style of neck pegs that Hot Toys is using with the 2 little posts at the top, those are also having some weird plastic issues. Let's see. You're all great points, gentlemen. Hot Toys is teasing a new Iron Patriot for the Tokyo Comic Con season. They released a graphic with the Mando, Obi-Wan, the red and black suit, Advanced Suit 2.0, and the Iron Patriot. So, yeah, I'm glad that Sean Usby sent us this photo because I was ready to go in on this, but it's from the comics, so I can't really complain too much. Anyone here
Yeah,
gonna pick this one up? Also, was there a cos baby of Iron Patriot? I don't think so.
Oh, that's a good
Let's
question.
check.
Yeah, this is Harry Osborn, I think. Let's see, cos baby.
Do not know.
Iron Patriot. I don't think there was. I feel like
Not this version of Iron Patriot.
yeah, there's the movie version. That's the only one I'm seeing.
Cheetle.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean it's cool. I think this one's based off the 46, the Civil War armor. If I'm saying that correctly. It's cool. I think for the Iron Man completionist, this is pretty like must have. I can also see, just somebody who thinks it looks cool as a must have. I'm not doing any fucking backflips to get it. I probably, even if I found it real cheap, I probably wouldn't own this. So it's a not get it for me, but like objectively, I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
Moose.
Oh, yeah, buddy.
Sorry, Moose had that problem with his Deadpool ankles. Big Rib in the chat. I got to meet Big Rib. We got to hang out, have dinner together. Lovely individual.
Do you guys have ribs?
No. We had Chinese food. It was amazing.
Jesus.
It was my
That's
favorite
weird.
thing ever. No, because he had been
Yeah,
eating
some
like
Chinese
hotel food. Like they were at a convention, so he's like, "Dude, I don't want to fucking eat this, this, and this." And I'm like, "Dude, let's go get Chinese food." What a lovely guy.
I can't have gluten-free Chinese food, unfortunately. That doesn't exist from what I can find. No gluten-free
They
chicken
like
balls.
the gluten there.
Yeah,
love
They do
gluten.
that.
pretty good.
If you guys can hear a dog in my background, I'm sorry. I think my neighbor's dog is dying because it won't shut up.
Oh, Jesus.
So-
Gosh.
It's horrible.
Yeah, probably ate some gummy bears.
Wow.
I think this is a cool figure.
You're a bad person.
Yeah, I know it's from the comics. I kind of get annoyed when people are like, "Oh, I'm jokered out" or "I'm thised out." Like, it's just not for you. But I'm kind of Iron Man repainted out. Like, I don't know, man. I also think like at some point, are you guys gonna care that you're losing money, or like, do you like your stuff going on sale all the time? Like, is it these shitty repaints the reason that we get 2 Deadpool releases with different accessories that we need to have in a different figure? Like, come on, guys, make better decisions. God, it's so frustrating. China's supposed to have better product than America. We can make better decisions here right now, dude. You hate to see it.
Here we go.
I can tell if you're talking about the figure or the Chinese food in this comment
Both.
for a half second.
Why
there.
don't they have gluten free? No, I'm kidding.
Look at this. Look at Big Rib. What a guy. What a guy.
I like his salty beard.
That's the first time you just outed him, dude. What if he didn't want his face on social media?
Now we know.
He should have thought about that before he went to an international star's home.
Wow.
International.
Big time, baby. No, I posted
Have you
on
ever
social
seen
media.
this
already.
many
Poor
Gandalfs,
dudes in
baby?
witness protection.
They told me the story behind the Big Rib, but I'll keep that between us. Some things you got to keep between friends.
If you let me come over, I'll let you count my Gandalfs. I think if I was not Canadian and American, I might be more interested in an Iron Patriot figure, to be honest. I would rather see a
There's a fucking
Captain
Maple Leaf
Canuck.
on the show.
If there was a maple leaf on this guy and he was red and white, I would consider it. I think it's actually pretty cool, and I think Norman Osborn as Iron Patriot is a cool storyline. I did get a chance to go and read the comic on my phone the other day because I've now downloaded a cool like comic reading app, and so I pulled this one up, and it was a cool little read. But for me, I'm kind of with you, Eddie. I do feel a little Iron Man fatigued. I think a lot of us do feel that way. Objectively, they are wonderful figures. I don't think that they do lose money on repaints because it's that by nature, right? They've repainted it so that they could continue to sell it and keep their margin up versus bringing that margin down. And we already know that these things cost significantly less to produce than they actually cost us as retailers. So, or on the retail side. So all that being said, I think that these still generate profit. And they'll never stop. They'll never stop giving us repaints of things like Troopers, of things like Iron Man's, Spider-Man's. Like, there's just an endless amount of them. So why wouldn't they capitalize on that? And for the collectors, I mean, we're collectors by nature. Collector by nature, to me, feels like that's somebody who, if Iron Man's your guy, you are going to want all these versions. And putting them all in a display, if that was your display, that could be a pretty amazing looking Hall of Armor overall. So it's not for me, but I think it's cool. And it should be a Captain Canuck.
Why are you the way that you are?
Don't worry about it. Okay.
Speaking of, I guess, I don't know. Why are they the way that they are? I feel like Hot Toys is honestly just trolling our boy Riley and Nick at this point. They're like upgrading figures that everyone was blown away with for no reason, like 2 weeks after they announced them, which is like, why even announce them if you're going to just do this in 2 weeks? But they're updating the Savage press. They're including 4 additional wrapped strapped accessories for Savage Press's Meccano left arm. They're enhancing the authenticity of his battle damage appearance and sharper teeth with an updated paint application to further enhance the figure's screen accurate design. And they're making the collectible even more true to its on-screen counterpart. So there's that. I like the changes. I just don't understand why these weren't observed before it went up for solicitation.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering when they're going to hashtag fix Black Suit Toby. So, I don't know.
Yeah. It's definitely odd. Like, it's not like this is like a year later, right? Right before the figure comes out. It's a couple weeks.
Which I do appreciate that, by the way. But it's just odd. It's like, if it's so... There's a sweet spot of where I'm going to complain and then not complain. And it's too soon.
Yeah.
But also don't do it too late. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's not a bad thing. It's just kind of weird, I think, is kind of what you're getting at. It's like 2 weeks out. Like, yeah, you could have just waited for one solicitation, but it's, no harm, no foul, I guess. But I honestly, it's been so long since I've watched Clone Wars, I don't even remember the robotic arm. So when I saw it, I was like, cool. But I guess the wraps are significant to the look, so they added it, which I would have been none the wiser because it's been forever since I've seen it. But I'm sure there were people out there that were like, hey, what about the wraps? Like the Gandalf staff thing. So to somebody, they have their collection is all Savage Press, like you with the Gandalfs, right? Like,
what about the pants prints? And then they don't.
Yeah, the pants prints. It's like, wait, what about the arm wraps? What the hell's going on there? So yeah, it's cool to see.
Did the Cosbaby have the arm ramps? I'm sorry, Cosby Bobble. Cosby Bobble, very clear.
It didn't even have the robot arm. It was just regular.
Oh.
So yeah, it's cool.
What's up, Tim?
Yeah, I'm kind of the same as Dean. I don't remember the robotic arm, so I'm not going to remember the arm wraps, but does he look like he has man boobs to you guys? Because now I can't unsee that.
He's
I think he's just strong.
I think he's just chesty. It's not very... It's a little like gynecomastia rather than pecs, but...
Wow.
That's just what I see, so...
That's too much science.
I don't think you're allowed to oust people on their medical conditions.
What about a hot toy? Can I oust that?
Hot toys aren't people.
Someone's just like, that's between me and my doctor.
2024. Everybody's people now. Okay. Even the Chinese.
Yeah, I'm sure. Well, never mind. I'm not going to make that joke.
Ben.
For me, this is one of those figures that I honestly thought they upgraded when they brought it from proto to release. When I saw the prototype, I thought it looked a little on the cartoony side. When they did put it up for order, I was like, damn, it looks really good. And then I saw nobody complain about it. Like I mean, I wasn't in every comic box by any stretch either, but I didn't see anybody complain about it. So it is weird to me that they decided to upgrade this one. Sam Giss said it well, like can't quite get the finger on the pulse of why they upgrade certain ones and don't on others. That Mantis was one of those. I saw the Mantis figure originally and I was like, man, that's a beautiful figure. She looks amazing. And then they upgraded her and it was like, wow, okay, that's even better. At least to their credit, for the most part, other than the 2099 Spider-Man suit, I think every upgrade they've done has been pretty well received and pretty exciting or pretty like good quality changes. I think the only one that really seemed controversial was that 2099 suit where they went from like the jointed body to that like suited overlay that we'll probably be getting pretty soon, like at some point, right? So we'll get a chance to actually see if that's in fact an upgrade to what people originally ordered, because that that really split people up a bit. But these all are just are great in my opinion. So yeah, I think this is a win. I guess there was that Obi-Wan Kenobi that some people said that they didn't love the upgrade on, but I was surprised by that. I thought that looked better. But yeah, this is a skip for me.
There you go. Let's see, what do we got next? Mondo attended Designer Con. Cool. They had some stuff on display. They had the Clayface, which, I mean, it's cool, I guess. Not the target audience, I think. They also had a...
How dare you? This is extremely cool.
I mean, it's extremely cool, but I'm not going to spend fucking the money for this.
That's fair.
And then buy all the other overpriced shit that's limited. I just really hate Mondo's business model. I don't understand it, to be honest. They had a Wolverine with the Sentinel head on display, which looked really good, from X-Men 97. They also had the symbiote, which did go up today and sold out, I think, in 25 minutes is what people are saying. And I don't know. It's cool, I guess, for ringing endorsement of the product. I don't know. I'm not excited. I was so excited for these. I was so excited, Charlie. And I think they just ruined it with the lack of articulation. But yeah, this one went and sold pretty quickly. And here's those pictures of the symbiote suit. This one, I think the whole figure itself was exclusive. There wasn't like a non-exclusive version. Yeah, I feel like I'd rather just have a $20 Marvel Legends at that point. Personally. It's okay, I guess.
I think what broke this figure for me is the head, the mask portrait, like just like a weird head shape that like there's something about it I don't like. I'm not a fan of it. I actually really do like the that kind of cell shaded look of the figure. I like it when companies do that. But at this price point that Mondo's been asking for these things, like, I don't know, it just doesn't... I couldn't bring myself to do it. Like you said, it's like I get a Marvel Legends black suit Spidey with way better articulation for like $80, I think. I think even when they came out, they were like 60. So like aftermarket, $80, like, you know what I mean? Like, but, you know, if you're a super diehard 90s Spider-Man, you know, X-Men fan, these figures are very cool.
For sure. So I think for me, it's a bit of a quantity versus quality debate that I always have kind of internally when I'm looking at Mondo, especially in comparison to other toy lines that exist. You mentioned Marvel Legends. I think of like DC Direct. Like I've got the 7-inch line of Batman animated series figures right above me, and they're amazing figures. They're like wonderfully colored. They look like they're little screen rips from the show itself. And even they, for me, go from like for about $30 or $40 Canadian. So when I want all of them, even at $40 a pop, it adds up quite a lot. And all of these lines, whether it's X-Men, animated series Spider-Man, animated series Batman, they are all they all have this huge potential for like an amazing amount of characters if they went deep in these lines. And at $220 a pop, I'm going to price myself out of a figure line pretty darn quick if I still want to buy other things, which I know for sure I would want to. Hot Toys, in art, whatever. And so as much as I like these, I don't feel like the quality justifies necessarily the price tag. And that's not to say that they're not good quality or that they don't look good. I think that they look fantastic, but to me, they're still just very basic painted plastic figures, similar to what we see in smaller scales for significantly less price. So I would rather at this point then have more of them and create like a cast of characters in a display at a smaller scale than less of them at the larger scale, and keep the 6 scale price points to the characters that really truly feel like they represent like the screen grab that I'm trying to go for in my collection, that person off the screen. These look great, but they can be smaller scales and still be just as well enjoyed, in my opinion. That being said, this one I really was tempted to go in for, but because I didn't get the Venom, and that hurt a little bit because Eddie told me immediately after I decided not to get Venom that he was getting the Venom. So like, hate to see it. I feel like I've got more of the fear of missing out on these lines than I actually want to invest money into buying them. So I have to listen to my inner gut check on that and try and stay away, which is hard because they're cool.
They yeah, I was gonna get this to go with the Venom too, Ben. And I think you guys all make good points about the price versus what you get. I agree with that stuff. I had to get the Venom though because I just love the look of that Venom. So I was like, oh, I'll give it a shot and see how I feel about it when it comes in. And then this one, I wanted to go with that one because I'm a sucker for that cell shading, especially when it's like Venom or this black suit Spidey with the blue lines. Like, it looks really, really good. But that's why I was like weirded out when I saw these picks beforehand. I didn't know that it was like 100% limited. Like I thought there'd be an exclusive and then a regular version, but this one was completely limited. So I knew I was going to miss out today just because I've gotten other invoices this week and I couldn't justify, especially in Mondo, you have to put 100% down on the pre-order. There's no down payment. So you got to drop the whole money for the figure now. And I was like, I can't do that. So I had to skip on it, which kind of sucks because I almost want this more than the regular Spider-Man if I'm going to have one, because I think it's going to look good with the Venom. But it is what it is. I'll still have the Venom. And then if I get lucky being able to pick this one up. But I do hope that Marvel Legends does a version of this. Like, because I don't know that they've done a...
Yep. It was in the VHS 2-pack with Carnage.
Oh, I missed that one. I don't even remember seeing it. So that's pretty cool. It's probably expensive as hell because how much is the Venom now? That one's expensive, right?
Well, no, it's with Carnage. I mean, you can still get this one for like $50-$60 for the 2-pack. The only thing I don't like about the Mondo is the same problem with this one is that they didn't cell shade the back. It's like, what the hell? What is the... I mean, it's been a while since I've seen the show, but I thought he had cell shading on the back too. Maybe he didn't.
Well, the cell shading is from lighting down below, so I think he's more likely to have it on his chest and front.
Have you seen his cheeks, bro? They're cheeked up. He's cheeked up, bro.
Anywhere there's a muscle line, you should have a cell shade. So his back should definitely have some.
I'll be honest, just talking about this, I feel FOMO. I feel like I maybe made a mistake by not getting it. I don't know. I thought it was really fucking stupid that they made this limited. I know it's not like a huge part of the television show. It's only a few episodes, but I don't know. But then part of me is like, I still have the 180 Hono coming in.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know how I feel, to be honest.
I mean, we've seen it before. I want to say it was with the Gambit. They did the first release that was limited, and then the second one they released just had less shit in the box.
If anyone is on the fence, send me a message. Maybe I'll pick up your pre-order. I don't know.
Maybe they'll do that with this because we haven't seen, because usually they do a deluxe and a regular on the same day, but it was just this one. So maybe they'll do a regular release down the line.
It's making my balls hurt, Dean. I feel a great regret at this exact moment.
I think that's by design.
And it's not that I don't think I could have gotten it. I was just busy today also, but I don't know. I did hit the notify me if available. I feel like a cuck though. I just this photo I think is selling it for me though. Like how black it is. Maybe I just need a matte coat.
It's very
the one that I have. Well, the blue is really striking. The VHS isn't very.
You missed it.
It's almost like a blue jean blue. Like it's like a real light blue. This is like a real vibrant. Fuck, I don't know. I don't know what I should have done. I feel like a fucking idiot now. What? God damn it. So I don't want to talk about this shit. Making me FOMO'd.
You just got a badass Batman car, basically. A black Challenger. You're
Somebody was asking about the
I
Clayface
sent Dean a
thing.
video of me revving it up, and he didn't say anything, so I'm taking the car back. He doesn't like it.
Who cares if I like it? It's your car.
I want my friend to like my car. You didn't like it?
You were the
I
most
do like it
opinionated
though.
about him getting a V8. You
That
had
sounds pretty
such
good,
an
Dean.
opinion.
Yeah.
If anybody should care
Yeah, I was
about the
showing you
sound
the
of his
V8.
motor, it should be you, Dean.
I sent him a
'cause
video
you
of the
care
V8.
a
Did you
lot.
like it? You like the video?
Yeah, I liked it. I just took it as kind of a challenge.
Oh,
well, it's a challenger, so.
my engine's bigger
No,
than
You're like,
because you were like, I think my car's louder than yours, and I was like,
Yeah, well, it was. You know, a little shot across. Look, I'm gonna play this.
yeah. Why am I gonna like the video of you calling me out? You know.
Well, I know. It's just I shot it for the vlog.
Yeah, your
Also,
phone's like right by your.
Victoria was like, "I'm done with this. Just get in the car." Well, it's a GoPro first off. That's why I sound.
That's why Challengers get stolen all the time. The neighbors call it in. They're like, get that thing out of here.
I think we might have the same exhaust kit on ours. My car sounds like that.
Well, probably not.
Mine's a V8, Rob. Yeah, Big Rib did get to ride in the car. Rib, let him know, bro. We were hauling ass safely. We're not what's that one guy? You know what I'm talking about? MB.
You guys just sit in the
tech
car?
reviewer. We made out.
You guys just
No,
sit
I'm just
in the
kidding.
front
We
seat?
no, we drove. I drove, Eddie. You wouldn't believe it.
Mint
drove.
condition,
crazy.
huh? This is
Yeah.
an '89 Honda. How dare you?
That's good. That's a good one. Can you bring up the Clayface? Somebody was asking about it.
Oh my god. Just kidding.
We didn't
mean,
talk about it. You just showed
Clayface
it.
is
did.
pretty sick.
I-
I didn't
I
notice
thought-
the
Clayface-
Batman head. The Batman head
Yeah.
is dope.
Yeah, coming out of the chest. I think the Clayface is really cool. He's kind of giving Oogie Boogie vibes.
Yeah.
We went much faster, Big Rib. Or who's this? Charlie. Yeah, Big Rib asked to drive it. I'm like, my guy, I'm just meeting you today. You're not driving my car.
Yeah.
Sweetheart.
Yeah, he's got a lot of faces. I feel like three of them look almost identical. Then you got the smiling face, the Batman face. A lot of hands, right? He's clay, so he kind of makes weapons with his clay, which I feel like wouldn't really hurt
Clay's
that
pretty
bad.
brittle.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, there's a lot of weight behind it, especially if it's like wet clay,
Yeah,
which I'm
it's like-
assuming it is because it's very malleable.
Yeah.
But like, if you got hit with like a fist of clay, it would just, not a good.
I think
bad
you're
guy. But
I think you're overthinking the
you're
Bat lore of
overthinking
this
it.
episode.
Yeah.
Where does the seat go? Is the
But also looking at this, where, especially in the arms, how's he articulating?
It's powerful.
You can
as
see
hate.
the
There's
joint.
no room for the elbow to bend
maybe
in.
here?
There's definitely an elbow, but I don't think it moves that much.
That's like 2 degrees of articulation.
That's how far my elbow moves.
Wow.
Yeah, it's again with Mondo, I think they just look cool standing on the shelf. I don't think you're getting crazy shit out of it in terms of articulating. But yeah, I like the Clayface. I think it looks good.
Now, would you like it, Dean, though, if you find out that it's over 285? Because
No.
I think it's the Sabretooth from X-Men, the X-Men line. He was, I think, 285 because he was a huge hunking piece of plastic. And this thing is huge with lots of swap outs. I would not be shocked. I would honestly not be shocked if this was between 285 and $300, which
Yeah,
I
no.
think is way overpriced. Then, as a result, as cool as it is, like that's so expensive at that point.
Yeah, I mean, these are. I think $200 is a stretch on a lot of these Mondos. Even the
Moose
big ones.
Had a problem with Mondo. They declared it kind of weird on the customs form, and it had to go back to China.
That's annoying.
China.
Yeah, but did he get it?
I don't think he's gotten it yet. But
Oh.
that was a long ass time ago.
Because
Maybe he did.
Mondo, I got my package stolen once, and they didn't even question it. They just sent me another figure. Like, they were like, okay, cool, we'll send you another one. And I was like, dude, I could have just lied and got 2 figures, but they didn't. So I was like, that's insane customer
Why on the
service.
next
So
one? I'm just kidding. Don't do that, guys.
Wow. Hey,
Don't-
hey
If
Ben,
Anyone
you
gets
want to
their
vet him?
black suit
I
Spider-Man
know how to
figure
get you a vet him.
stolen, let me know.
That's fucking wild.
Experiment.
All right,
We
let's
live on
move
YouTube forever now. Hate to see it.
on.
Congratulations on this S-Beam. This is freaking cool, bud. It's going to look really good in your display. I'm jealous. I just can't afford it.
Star Trek The Cage. I'm assuming this is a specific episode, Ben. Spock.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is this like a real important episode to make a whole Spock?
It is. It is.
Okay. What happens in the episode?
I don't
guess-
remember the whole episode specifically.
Goddamn it,
It's more of like this is the first episode of Star Trek that ever technically aired. It was pulled. It was then pulled down and remade essentially into a 2-part episode that kind of aired later in season 1 of the original series. But
So
like
is
this
like
was
a
kind
pilot?
of. Yeah, exactly. This was the first look at what Star Trek could look like, and it's part of the reason that in the some of the screenshots of the Cage episode, Spock looks quite a bit different. Like his eyebrows are a lot more bushy, his hair is a lot more messy. When you see him then in the original series, like later on, he's a lot more clean cut, and his eyebrows aren't quite as intense. And everything. The badge or like the comm badge thing. It's not technically a working comm badge, but that piece looks different on this episode than like later episodes in the Star Trek season. So to me, it's cool because it's kind of like a piece of Star Trek history. It's kind of where Star Trek and the Gene Roddenberry universe kind of really kicked off and got started, and I think that's cool. Yeah. This is also limited to 500 pieces, so the fact that it's got the limit of 500 on it, I think will automatically make it more collectible for people, obviously, especially because again it kind of goes back to that Star Trek history. So it is pretty cool. The outfit, at first my gut check was like, man, that looks really loose, but then looking at screenshots of the show itself, it was also really freaking loose. It looks I don't think it's hard to say. I don't think it looks amazing, but I don't think it looks bad either. It looks pretty much like I would expect an Exo-6 to look like at this point. They're not surprising me anymore with their likenesses, but they're not necessarily disappointing me much either. It's very much in line. They haven't really been changing their price point on these. This still came in at, I think it was $210 plus 25 ship. So like relatively reasonable price point overall considering. I mean, I was just saying that was too expensive for Mondo. But again, this is at least soft touch material, posable bodies, all of the things. I do feel like the head sculpt could have been reworked to look a little bit more like the Cage episode, though, because again, the hair is a little bit more messy in that. The eyebrows are a little bit more bushy and even more intense. This still looks like it's somewhere kind of in between the original series and that first pilot episode. For me, I'm going to skip this one. I don't feel like I need to be one of those 500 just to say that I have it. I'm excited for the people who are like the true like diehard Trek, Kirk era fans. For me, the Star Trek Next Generation is always going to be my favorite. That'll be the line that I have all the characters that they come out with. This one I can skip. But I'd still love to see a Bones, a Kirk, and a Spock in my display. So if they come out with just kind of the original series outfits, the 3 of those I think could still look really, really cool. But then I'd want a Scotty, then I'd want a Uhura. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. This is a skip for me for now. I had to skip it.
Now Kirk's not in this episode, right? Or
no, this is still Captain Pike. This is still Pike.
Are they still kind of on the whole timeline of after this year we're going to stop making figures?
I haven't seen an update on that, actually. I haven't seen whether they've changed that timeline or not.
Because to me, have they done? I feel like we've talked about Spock before.
Yep, they have had another version. It was called the Colin-R Spock. And that was from his look in the original motion picture film.
Yeah, so it's like, to me, it just kind of like, you've already visited this character, and there's other characters that you need to be making to fill out crews. If you're on this timeline, what the fuck are you doing with this? This seems like a waste of time. I mean, I guess, like you said, it's a piece of Star Trek history, and Spock obviously is probably one of the most iconic science fiction characters of all time. But it's like, are you going to keep doing the Cage stuff? Or are you going to see a Pike or the whatever happens to that episode? It's like big-headed aliens or some shit. Like, are you doing that stuff? Like, what exactly is going on here? So it's just a little confusing to me.
I feel like that's been the criticism of a lot of us. Like, they do feel very sporadic in their release schedule. One thing that I had said that some people agreed with and some people disagreed with, because it's business, is I would love to see another release schedule from them. If they could tell me that I'm going to get all of the TNG figures that I want this year, I'd specifically put money aside for those and buy more of them. But because they come out so sporadically, and because they have not really identified what the timeline for figure creation is from their company, there's so many characters in Star Trek that it feels almost impossible to collect them all, especially if you don't end up with completed lines. The Voyager line's the closest so far. I think Deep Space Nine would be the second closest to complete. TNG is getting there, but they're still missing some really key characters. And the original series, like, they've only done one version of Kirk, but this is now technically the third version of Spock, because they also had a mirror version, like his like evil universe version with a goatee. It's kind of a cool, funny look to him. But they've had 3 Spocks, 1 Kirk. And Disco Bones, and so like very sporadic, very sporadic release schedule. So hard to keep up with. But at the same time, I also don't think that they'll ever give us a release schedule, because then people might choose to skip figures. Whereas I think it's been about a month since their last pre-order went up. So these, for the most part, when they go up, get snapped up pretty quick. The last time we saw the limited release options, I think it was the Colin-R Spock and TMP Kirk. And those were snapped up within like 3 hours. So when I heard this was 500 pieces, I thought this would be gone by the time I had a chance to make a video this afternoon when I got home from work. And it was still there. So yeah, we'll see. I don't know if the desire for this is quite as there as they may have expected or not, but we'll find out.
Did you pick this up?
I did not pick this up.
Did not pick it up. Wow.
Nope.
I got a Star Trek deal today at the pawn
There is no
store.
Cosbaby. I'm just kidding.
Wow. I got the whole Blu-ray.
Oh yeah.
Of Next Generation, the whole box set. It's like a $200 box set for $10.
That's an amazing deal. If you decide to part with it, send it my way. I'm just saying. I'll pay you $20. I will double your money.
Just send me your Bane and we'll call it even. I 1.0. I also was raising up the girl, and I got Battlestar Galactica Blu-ray 4K for 25 cents.
Bears.
Wow.
Steelbook
like the original, or the remake.
I think it's the movie. I'm not sure what that is. I think it's just the movie. But I was like, okay. And then they had like a super bootleg Star Wars that I really wanted to buy, but Victoria's like, no, that's enough.
Have you watched any Star Trek: The Next Generation?
I think I've seen the whole first season. Is that the one with that goofy dude in the judge outfit?
Yeah. And you
I've seen the whole first season.
Didn't like it.
I need to rewatch it though, because I don't remember any of it.
I would say get through the first, get through the second, from third to 7. It's amazing. Yeah, there's some great episodes in there. Don't get me wrong.
So exactly,
I do think it gets better.
Like Clone Wars, huh, Ben?
Wow,
sounds exactly like Clone Wars.
Exactly like Merlin.
Except that Star Wars or Star Trek.
Exactly like the Acolyte.
No,
exactly
nothing
like Andor.
Either of those things you just said.
Yeah, people will still be talking about Star Trek.
I'll shoot myself if I get to that far.
I think it's a personal preference. I think people like the first 2 seasons more than I do. I prefer. I think it really picks up after the second season.
I like the first season minus that idiot in the outfit. I can't stand that idiot.
Thank you.
Anyways, but now
I thought about getting that figure, but
now I'm like, well, then I have all this disc. When I got to switch the disc.
You got to watch it.
That's a pain in the ass. I like having digital movies. Anyways,
you could just
but I'm
pay for
excited.
Paramount Plus.
No, I did,
Also
but they
true.
fucking ripped me off. So fuck those guys. Fucking gave me a deal, and I fucking used the deal, and then they fucking didn't honor the deal. Fucking felt like I was dealing with Darth Vader. Fucking 3 months for 99 cents, and all of a sudden I'm getting charged $10 a month. Fucking assholes. Anyways, I did get my money back, but it was
That's how they get
too
you.
much. I don't. Present Toys Ghost Rider was released. I'm so over this.
Why are you?
Actually,
over
this looks really fucking good. This looks
yeah,
really good.
dude. It looks.
It actually
amazing.
looks kind of crazy good.
This is.
It's
real
been a
leather,
while since
too.
I've seen the movie. I don't remember him having the Vegeta hair, but this Nicolas
Oh,
Cage
he had it.
portrait is amazing. And the outfit is very well tailored.
You know,
I don't have
think
the
I'd
eye
want
for it,
with the-
but just looking at it, I'm like, dude, this thing looks fucking awesome. He doesn't come with a bike, does he?
No.
Oh, god damn it.
Did you see a bike in any of the photos?
I don't know. I only got sent 2 fucking photos, so
This is all there was, to be honest.
3 photos.
They didn't have an up close shot of the portrait.
No, that was the closest.
Damn.
Well, that I've seen.
Yeah, it looks like he feels like his skull's on fire.
Wow.
It's yeah, this looks cool. I don't remember even remotely enjoying these movies, but you know, there's fans out there for everything. So you know, if I look at this objectively, if that's real leather, that's cool. It looks
The
it
fitment
looks
of his
good.
pants is fucking incredible.
Yeah,
Like,
you
I
probably
wish I
won't
had
be able
pants
to
that fit like that.
articulate them at all. But yeah, I think it
he's
looks
fucking
good.
Ghost Rider. What does he do? He rides. That's all he does. He doesn't need to articulate.
Yeah,
too
I
much.
think I don't know if this would be able to sit down on a bike if you tried. But
He
maybe I'm
stood the
wrong.
Declaration though.
But the accessories are cool. I like the flame effects.
The gun too is cool.
Oh yeah, I didn't even notice there's like fire on the gun. I like the chains. The chains are always cool. I know Eddie's a big Ghost Rider fan, so take it away.
I like the first movie better than the second movie.
It's got 2
two of 'em?
movies.
I didn't know there was 2 of these movies.
Bro.
In the second
one they
movie,
ride
it
horses.
shows a clip of him pissing, and it's
That's
a
right.
flamethrower.
That's
Jesus
right.
Christ.
That was a
The
cool scene.
horses.
And
I
Idris
remember
Elba
the
is in the
horses.
second
That
movie.
was a cool
Wait,
scene.
wait, time out. Idris Elba is in this fucking movie?
Yeah. In the
What does he
second one.
play?
He plays a Catholic.
Like a demon, right?
He's like a Catholic, like a John Wick kind of guy, like where he works for the Catholic Church, but as like a
He's the demon hunter.
a hunter.
Yeah.
But
Let me see.
yeah, I really liked Nicolas Cage's Ghost Rider, at least in the first movie. I really liked that first movie a lot. So
Same.
this has always been in my wish list at 1/6 kit. I think it's still up on kit if you want it. But I'm tempted to get it. But I know the Hot Toys did it, and they did it with the bike. And I don't know how much better the sculpt is on that one. I never really looked at that one in depth. So, but this one's good, and I think this sculpt came out better than Ripley's sculpt. This one looks closer to Cage than the other one does to me. So, I like it a lot, and I probably would use Cage's likeness, even though the Ghost Rider is really cool. I would want it as that in my collection so people know who it is. But I think it's pretty good for third parties. I'm trying to not do as much third party stuff, but who knows if this will ever get re-released. And I don't know how much that old Ghost Rider goes for. Maybe Moose could tell us. I think he said he got it. So
I'm with you, Eddie. I actually kind of do. I do. How would I say it? Like selfishly, like the first film. It's kind of a fun popcorn movie. I never took it too seriously, but I enjoyed it back in the day. And Nick Cage is always wild to watch. So seeing him as Ghost Rider, it's just a fun time. Second film didn't hit for me in all cylinders from my recollection. I think I only ever saw it maybe once or twice though, so might be worth a revisit at some point. But because I don't remember the hunter aspect of that movie, I just remember the demons that they're kind of going after there, right? So, but otherwise, I don't think I would use that sculpt. Actually, that was the part that I thought looked the worst. I was surprised you guys said that it was a good Nick Cage representation. I think it's obviously you can tell that it is Nick Cage, but it looks very soft in its paint applications.
did you
I think
just see your Spock? That's
Oh,
a licensed figure.
I didn't get that figure either. I didn't get him either. Cross-eyed or not, it still looks like Spock. I still think this looks like Nick Cage, but I'd be worried it would look cheap compared to like a figure next to it. So I would always keep the flaming head on this one if I were to pick it up. But I kind of wonder.
Oh my god!
You know how I've said cause babies sometimes turn into Hot Toys. Sometimes I think third party also turns into Hot Toys, and because this is a year of Hot Toys bringing crazy shit back from the dead, like Terminators, like Xenomorphs, and all of those. Predators, all the things. I could totally see them revisiting the Ghost Rider at some point. So I don't know if I'd be in a huge hurry to go after this one, because the original one could have used an update for sure as well. 2.0 would look good. We'll see.
Charlie is asking the real hard hitting questions. How the fuck is Marco number 2 in points, but he's never on the show? Yeah, we gotta start
That
docking
is a really
points
good
or
question,
something.
to be honest.
It's
Yeah.
crazy. You're on mute, Dean.
I didn't say anything.
Oh, I thought I saw your mouth moving. Let's see here. We have some SHF stuff. We have Aragorn, Frodo, Gollum, and I think a Legolas was shown as well.
Yeah.
I will be honest, these look a little rough to me. I think it's so hard to do cloaks at this scale. I think that's kind of what's throwing it off. This is the Legolas as well. Yeah, I don't think I would pick these up, to be honest. I appreciate that they are there for those that aren't, the NR or the 6 collectors of the world, because I think your only other option in modern times is I think it's called BST. Yeah, they're like 3 3/4, 4-inch figures, and then also the Diamond Select for modern figures. And the Diamond Select are actually pretty good. I don't think I ever got too deep into the line, but for $20, I mean, they weren't bad.
Yeah, definitely budget figures.
Yeah,
I was actually really excited for these because one of my biggest hang-ups on collecting Lord of the Rings in 6 scale is how many characters there are and how many I would like to have and how much that ends up being. But these are not as cheap as I thought they were going to be. I think the Aragorn is like 90 something, or Frodo is 90 something. I don't know if you have the prices there.
They were not put in the show sheet, so I do not have the prices.
Yeah, it was about $30 more than I was anticipating.
I sent you the prices, dude.
Did you really?
Yes.
Oh, my apologies.
Especially for the
Aragorn is 70 and the 2-pack is 60 with Frodo and Gollum.
Those are the Amiami prices, though, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So they're going to be much more over here, after shipping and stuff. And, I don't... That's just... Maybe I don't like his Lord of the Rings as much as I think I do, because even that, I'm like, I don't know. Frodo is more... Because, again, Frodo's like a half scale, right? He's not a full figure. And it's like, $40. He's got a little Gollum figure that's not really articulated. So, $45, $50. And then Aragorn, 60, 65, I could see. But
there's a riot in the chat.
A riot?
Because Small Talk covered this.
Oh, yeah. Well, guys, you guys, I had this talk in the chat. Our slogan is things that matter the most to us this week. This matters to us this week.
Some of us.
It doesn't have to be 6 scale.
It should be.
Yeah, I was a little taken. I was like, I don't know. That
Gollum looks better than the 6 scale, to be honest.
Oh, 100%.
You're not wrong, Ben.
Yeah, I'll probably wait and see if I can find these like on sale somewhere and then get them.
They'll probably go on sale for sure. I ordered them on AmiAmi. I ordered Aragorn and the 2-pack. I love Lord of the Rings and I like SHF, so I'm willing to take the gamble and see how they look in hand. Plus, I think that the cloaks do look a little weird in that scale, but I probably just won't use the cloaks. So
Yeah.
it's not a big deal to me, but yeah, I think it's dope. I'm excited to have, because other than that, I have InArt, and I'm not gonna get all the fellowship with InArt, right? Like, I don't even know if they're gonna make them, and if they do, I don't know if I want to commit to that. Like,
You'll be an old man. You'll have kids by then.
that is true. I don't know if I'll have kids, but I'll be an old man. And with InArt, I was kind of just hoping I could get Aragorn, Legolas, and Gimli. And we know they're doing Legolas. I don't know about Gimli yet, but I'd be totally happy with these. Like this, I think that Aragorn looks really good without the cloak on. Like, I even like the likeness. Like, I like it a lot. I think and then in hand, it's gonna look better even than this likeness looks now. Like, just because of how zoomed in it is and everything. Like, it's gonna look pretty sick to me. So I'm really excited for this announcement. So
I'll buy Eddie's when he sells them.
Oh my god,
that's a thing now.
I like the Aragorn. I think I like the Aragorn
You
the
said
most.
you loved me, Dean. Now I'm back.
This. Oh my god, go back a picture, Zach. This picture. No, one more. Go back one more. The one where he's holding the. He looks like he's holding the ring in front of him. Yeah, that one. It kind of looks like a doll hand is up in front of him, holding the ring for him, and he's looking. It's like a
His
super
hand does
weird.
look really tiny.
Yeah, it's really janky.
It's like
that
those
part.
Deadpool baby hands.
Exactly. No, I like the Aragorn the most, but and honestly, the Gollum's pretty cool. But I think Frodo looks a little on the feminine side in a weird way in the paint jobs. So he does. He looks like a very soft man. Very, very soft.
Wow,
So
it's like
nothing
a
wrong with
cough
that.
drop. Jesus Christ.
That's a
boy.
cough drop.
My God. It does kind of look like a cough drop.
There
Oh,
is
in his
also-
hand. Okay.
I think the figure, this just looks like a cough drop. I think that's what
I
he's
thought he
saying.
was talking about what's in his hand, but
There's
I don't know
also
why you would look
two
like a cough drop.
War of the Rohirrim figure arts figures that were announced. I feel like I don't have a lot of hype for this show, but I will watch it.
Yeah.
You know, it's on Netflix, right?
I think it's coming out. I don't think it's out yet.
Yeah.
But like it's going to
But
be.
it will be on Netflix, yeah.
Okay, gotcha. So that's cool. See some characters from the show.
Yeah,
TV
she's
member for a month. What's up, boys?
Hey, what up? I don't remember her name, but she's the daughter of the King Helm, which is what Helm's Deep is named after.
Wow. 1999 super chat from Abe Dunk. What's up? What it do, boys?
Isn't that
What
what
a
you
guy.
just said? You said that twice?
No.
Stop it.
Thanks.
He's paying good money. Not roasting,
$10.
we're not roasting a super chat. How dare you?
But I think SH Figure Arts does like animated figures a lot better than like realistic people. So I think these are probably going to come out super badass. I don't know who this dude is, but he looks tough as shit. I like that figure a lot. And
That's
I'm
Aragorn.
also a sucker for pretty anime girls. So if these are a little bit better price, I'll probably own these. If the show's good, anyway.
I didn't see if these went up for pre-order yet. I forgot that I added these, so these might be up for pre-order. I didn't look at the info on these ones, but yeah, anything Lord of the Rings, I'm excited for. So, like, yes, I'm gonna watch the show, and then I will probably end up getting these two to go with even the live action stuff. Like, I'll just throw it on the Lord of the Rings shelf, but I think the designs look cool. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, and I have like a D&D shelf going, right, with all my Mythic Legions and stuff like that. So I think these will kind of fit in. Like if I just need a generic girl, in a medieval outfit, yeah.
Yeah, I don't have much to say about these, to be honest. They look cool, but I don't know enough about this even the show. So it's a skip for me.
There you go.
Nobody does,
We
but
have
it's not out yet.
the
Everybody.
Guts and Casca figure arts as well.
Yeah.
I have zero faith in figure arts Berserk stuff after the shit train that was prior releases.
You're not wrong. They're pretty rough. I think these designs lend a little bit better to figures, right? They're not in crazy armor that requires a lot of, what's the word I'm looking for? But anyway, they're in like relatively like simple outfits with armor on top of it. So hopefully these are a little bit better. Casca is a must because I don't own a Casca in 12 scale. I like all the Gutses that have been released. I got the Griffith both in Figma and Figuarts. So I need a Casca like yesterday. So as soon as she goes up, I'm definitely going to get a Casca. The Guts, I could probably do without, but it is cool to see them doing, Golden Age stuff on top of, Black Swordsman arc. Is Zach frozen? Oh.
I was just waiting for anyone else to chime in. All right, let's move on. We have the Collecting Weekly Awards. We are announcing the finalists. I believe it's next week. Yeah, I think it's December. Sometime soon. Let me find out. But if you want to nominate, go ahead and do so. You can get a chance to win a $50 gift card to the retailer of your choice. That is until November 26th. Yep, so it'll be next Tuesday. We'll announce the finalists. Always my least favorite show of the year, but it'll be fun. We'll see which figures and companies got nominated, and someone will walk away with $50. So stay tuned for that. Also, we're not affiliated with Toy Anxiety at all, but I thought they do this, I think, once or twice a year. But they're doing a 40% off everything sale starting tomorrow at 5 p.m. I believe it's Mountain Time, it's Arizona time, and it ends November 29th. So 40% off, no coupon needed. I think it doesn't apply to like the figures, but I think it's like the parts on their website. Anyways, yeah, all that stuff will be on sale. So if you shop at Toy Anxiety, which I know most collectors that I know do shop at Toy Anxiety, you can get some pretty sweet deals. I've made a killing on their sales when they do this. Got some really good parts for really cheap.
I gotta load up my cart right now.
There you go. Badfish, I have a drawer that is real fart soundy. Trust me, if it was my fart, you would have known. Yeah, Victoria's fixing. Oh, can you do it again? Okay, let's see if we can do the drawer.
I was trying to be super quiet too.
Okay, here we go. I know this is thrilling. Eddie's just loving it. See? Yeah, that was the drawer. There you go. Okay. Ain't gonna fart gate me here, Dean. I ain't no fucking Danny Lee.
Ben's
you know what I'm
neighbor.
saying? It sounds like Ben's neighbor. Jesus Christ. It's real. What, am I the only one talking here? It's real. What the hell? I'm dying by myself.
I'm eating coconut chocolate nuts. They're actually so good. It's insane. I found them at Walmart the other day. Gluten free.
I got some brown nuts for you when you come down here.
Coconut, huh?
Wow.
Junk drawer. Let's see what we got in the junk drawer. Thank you for helping me fight my innocence, by the way. Let's see here. We have Andor season 2 screenshots. Mommy Bix returns. Love to see it. I don't think that this show needed to be made. The first season was pretty good though, but I feel like certainly the second season definitely doesn't need to be made. But here we are. Looks like he's wearing Death Trooper armor, which I feel like they're kind of putting the Death Trooper in too much stuff, if I'm being honest. But it is what it is. But yeah, Andor season 2. I really enjoyed season 1, so I'm actually pretty excited. But anyone here gonna watch?
Yeah, Andor is the only thing that gives me any hope that Star Wars is still halfway decent. So hopefully there's no fucking stupid shenanigans with the show. Season 1 was pretty good. I like the more kind of political espionage thriller aspect of the show a lot. 'Cause Star Wars is kind of inherently political, I feel like. The the prequels kind of leaned a little bit too heavy on that kind of shit with, episode 1 and fucking trade routes and bullshit. Clone Wars did as well, but it was more fun because you got to see like the battles and shit because of that kind of stuff. And I really enjoy that aspect of Andor. So seeing how it ties into Rogue One will be really cool. Should be really cool.
I've also heard that Krennic is coming back, Ben Mendelsohn's character, and he's awesome. And wouldn't be surprised if we saw a 2.0 though. So if that bugs you guys, keep an eye out for that potential. I'm saying, get ahead of it if you need to. But also K2SO, I'm pretty sure is going to be in this season. So I love K2SO. He's awesome. He's one of my favorite characters from Rogue One. So it'd be great to see that character back. So I'm very excited for the show. I kind of hit on all the same points you did, Dean. I liked that there was a slowness to it. There was a pace to it. There was some intrigue. I didn't know what was going to happen. It took a character that I really didn't love. I didn't love Cassian Andor in Rogue One. I liked all the other characters more, truthfully. This particular character didn't. No, I just didn't. I never loved him. They took a character that I didn't love and turned that around. I really enjoyed his story. So, and all the side characters are amazing and everything. It was just a cool story. So I get it that it was a slow burn. It wasn't for everybody, that's for sure. But yeah, no, I'm excited for season 2. So, and I think the only downfall is like we know how it ends for these characters. I think that's still the only part of it that irks me just a little bit, because that anytime they're in dire stakes, they're still not that dire, because you know how they ultimately pass away. But you could say that for a lot of characters, I guess, in the world.
I think I agree with you, Ben. That's a good point. But I think good shows, like, you can still be in a stressful situation and not at risk of death, right? And I think Andor season 1 with the water prison, I guess you'd call it, they did a really good job, because it's like, he's not going to be there forever. That he's not really in any major risk, but it's like, it still kind of broke his spirit. Like, that it built him up as a character. So I think you're right. We know what's going to happen, but for sure there's not a finality to anything. So now it all ends. Although one of these days I'm waiting for them to just fucking pull the rug out and just like kill the character, and it's like, oh, this was the worlds between world, alternate universe. That'd be fucking awesome.
What?
Thanos steps out. It's like, oh, it's the multiverse, guys. Disney.
Oh my
fucking...
That's awesome. Eddie, are you gonna watch this?
No, I don't care about this. I could have swore we said if Marco didn't show up, we weren't adding this to the show sheet, but that it is what it is.
Marco confidently said he was coming, but then he didn't.
Just like that Andor hot toy.
What she said.
Wow, that's nasty, boys. Nasty. All right, we'll move forward. Disney's live-action Hercules film will reportedly be titled Hades. The film will retell the original animated film, but from Hades' perspective. I fucking hate. I feel like I'm just negative today, but
You're
I don't
pretty
need
negative.
No, Zach, this is all fucking stupid.
I don't need who was it, Mike or Eddie that said this last week? It's like I literally don't need the actual alternate perspective from the devil. Like, can they just be bad characters? Like, I know it's a kids movie and he's bad, but like he's not the worst villain of all time. But it's like he's fucking Hades. He's the Lord of the Underworld. Can he just be bad? I don't need anything to try to make this dude any more or less sympathetic. Also, I feel like this film in particular, I'm going to talk about it in the next one as well. I think it's going to be really hard, personally, for me to see any actor as any of these characters. It's going to be real tough. I just don't... I fucking hate the live action stuff, to be honest. It's really, really awful. And even the ones that are shot for shot, like I think The Lion King is pretty close to a shot for shot. It's like, I just don't... It loses some of the wonder when you go from hand-drawn animated to live action. I really don't... I don't like this stuff.
Yeah. Especially with like Greek mythology / Roman mythology, all the gods and fucking, they're all pieces of shit. They're all fucking garbage tier, you know, kidnapping women, forcing themselves on animals. Like, what do we really want to sympathize with Hades? Like, what are we doing here? This is, yeah, it's like a bad guys for bad guys' sake. Like, do we have to fucking sympathize with monsters? Like, what are we? It's so fucking stupid. It's like the shit I said last week with the fucking Lion King thing. It's like, really? You're making fucking Mufasa the bad guy? Like, get fucked. Like, yeah. I hate it. I hate being here.
You're muted, Ben.
Thank you. Shit, my bad. I think it's interesting because, you know, Hades can still be a new story at the very least, even though it's got the underlying, like, kind of notes, I'm sure, of the original Hercules film. If it's from the opposite perspective, I still think it could be a cool story if they do it well. My worry is that they're going to Disneyfy it a little bit, and they're going to make it that he is still a sympathetic villain. And I think what a lot of villains truly lack nowadays are being actual villains and seeing what that looks like. You always see them kind of slide to the center a little bit. You know, it was common complaint for me with Venom. You know, I love Venom as a character, but he often slides kind of to the center, at least especially in his movies, right? And other characters that do the same thing. And you're like, I obviously know that they're not going to do a rated R Disney live action film for Hades from a Hercules kids movie universe, but I still think that they could show it being a more evil character than I'm sure that he'll end up being. And maybe that's just not this character, because we know him to be a little quirky and funny as well from the Hercules film. So maybe they can't go that evil, but I think it's going to feel a little vanilla because it's not going to go far enough in the other direction for it to feel like it's really new and reinvigorating the story. Because the original story is the Hercules movie is a great movie. It's one of my favorite Disney films of all time. And I'd love to even collect these as characters in these very variants. Like, I'd love to have this as a display. I think that could look really cool, but I'm lukewarm on this. I think it's either going to be great or I think it's going to be terrible. And I think that obviously those are the only really two ways that it can go, but I don't feel like I'm going to be gray zone on this. I think I'll either hate it or there's a potential that I could love it. I didn't see the live action Lion King film though. So, you know, the last one I saw was Aladdin, and I didn't love that movie either. I know it wasn't a bad film, but to me, there was no chance that the energy could be matched for Robin Williams as the genie, and so I immediately just didn't like it as much. Even though I thought Will Smith still did a good job, it just wasn't the same for me. So it just doesn't hit the nostalgia. Yeah, so we'll see.
I think I'm still intrigued because it's Hercules and it's my favorite Disney movie of all time. So I think, like, I just want to see who they cast, and I'm gonna watch the movie either way. But yeah, I don't love, or at least I'm skeptical for the same reasons that Dean is. Like, I think that they're just trying to give it a twist on like why you should be sympathetic to Hades, which is like stupid to me because it doesn't make sense. And also the animated Hercules, like, it is already kind of from Hades' perspective.
Yes.
I mean, it's not from Zeus's perspective. Like, Hades kidnaps Hercules and he attacks him. Like, a lot of it, I mean, it is Hercules going through it, but like a lot of it is Hades' perspective already. Like, he has the witches that show him the future and why he's attacking. So I'm like, that's not really different from the original, except for maybe we see a origin story on Hades on how he became the ruler of the underworld. Then I could see how it's from his perspective. But like, I don't know. To me, I feel like they're just going to show how Zeus cast him out for no reason and how Hercules is a douche because he's a white boy with blue eyes who's pretty much had anything hand-fed to him his whole life. And Like that's what I see this being, and I don't want it to be that. But I'll always have the animated series, so it's not like this could ruin it for me. But I'm still excited, kind of, or like hopeful with skepticism. I don't know.
Cautiously optimistic.
Yeah. There you go.
When is it gonna stop, boys?
I'm excited
When
for the
people
next
stop
one.
fucking spending
So,
money on it.
The next one
They're
looks
out of
really
ideas.
good, Zach. I think you
I
should give
fucking hate it too. I hate it. I hate everything about it.
The trailer, it looks shot for shot. That is shot.
That's the point, though. Why redo this fucking movie? This movie, How to Train Your Dragon, it's too new, and the art style is already, I wouldn't say realistic, but it's not. Like, I feel like you're gaining nothing by doing this. In fact, let's watch the trailer. I actually haven't seen the teaser trailer yet.
I haven't either.
I guess I just don't understand. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't get
Gerard
it.
Butler playing the dad, though. That's cool.
I don't get it. Like, literally, I think on Rotten Tomatoes, this is the #1 movie on Rotten Tomatoes in terms of like the aggregate scores. It's also not that old, and again, the art style in the movie, the original, isn't that far off from live action. Like, what's next? We're gonna do fucking live action Shrek? Like,
it seems to me, or we'll watch this and then I'll say my piece.
When you carry this axe, you carry all of us with you.
Also,
I know that kid from
I can't
something.
kill dragons.
I don't know what it is, but I know it from something.
But you will. I'm a Viking. I'm a Viking.
That's dope.
oh, he's so cute.
That's exactly how he looks like in the movie.
I know, and he's cute there too.
I just don't.
Yeah, literally looks like the same goddamn dragon.
I don't fucking understand it. There's got to be
Yeah.
money laundering going on here. Why are you making this fucking movie?
Especially because the
Like,
point
don't get me
of
wrong,
this,
it's beautiful. It looks great. I'm not disagreeing with that. I just don't get why this needs to be a thing.
yeah, because like the whole thing is the dragon, but the dragon looks exactly the same. So it's not like you're going from a really old, which is what I was gonna say. The movies were successful.
Hugely.
It's DreamWorks, right?
Yeah.
From what I understand, DreamWorks said they're done making 3D movies. They're not doing it anymore after this next one that's coming out with the robot in the forest or whatever it's called.
Oh.
Apparently they're not doing them anymore because they're getting their asses handed to them by Disney and Illumination. So they're like, we're
Well,
done.
they're doing Shrek 4, 5? What's the new Shrek?
Shrek is goated though.
5.
They're doing
But for
that.
the love of God, I do not need a live action Shrek.
Okay, well, I guess that's coming down the pipeline too. I don't know, but
Is that really?
Yeah.
yeah,
they
because
announced that.
they teased it at the end of the last cat.
Wait, you're
Puss in
talking about a
Boots
live
movie?
action Shrek?
No, but
No.
Oh,
They
Shrek 5, yeah,
teased-
because they go back to that land. Yeah.
right, because the whole thing happened with I don't know if you guys have been paying attention, but Megamind was like a really successful movie, and people have been asking for like a decade for a sequel, and they were like, "We'll make it, but I think they sold it to Paramount, who did, or Peacock. They sold it to somebody. They're like, "We'll fund it, but you guys do it." So they made a sequel movie and a sequel television show, and they've basically like washed their hands of animation. They're like, we're pretty much done. So if they want to keep making movies, it makes sense to start with a successful animated story that people want to see continue. So okay, we'll just start doing How to Train Your Dragon, but you can't start at movie 4, right? So you go back to the start, which makes sense. But for me, like Zach said, the movie's not that old, is commercially successful. Remake something that wasn't successful. Give it a second shot. Like, and I know this is a Disney movie, but just for sake of argument, The Black Cauldron.
That would be sick.
It's a great book. I love the movie. It's very charming. Little 2D cartoon, and you got Gurgi in there and Princess Alonwi. Like, those are good characters to see again. Give it a second shot. Why are we doing the same shit over and over? It's so fucking tired.
I understand how you guys feel about this, but
And
I'm
also-
super excited for How to Train Your Dragon.
I mean, I love How to
look,
Train Your Dragon. I think it's
like
one of the
Vikings,
best movies.
and I think that's why I like.
Oh, that's true.
Vikings,
Eddie does really like
and
Vikings.
I love Gerard Butler, and I love like Game of Thrones and dragons is super hype right now, and I like that it's dragons. So like, for me, it hits
like
all
dragons?
the marks. Yeah. Oh, you stupid
Dragging my
bastard.
balls on your face? Got him.
You did
Well,
get me on that one.
I mean,
Oh, now
Yeah, I'm
Wicked,
excited
that's
for it.
what we're talking about, baby. And I know that's controversial too, but I fucking love Wicked. I've seen it
another
play.
fucking one of the stories where it's like, oh, the bad guy's the good guy.
Okay, but that was
No, thank
before all
you.
this shit. No, that
I
was
know,
years
but
ago.
it's tired. But I also personally fucking
Don't go to wicked.com
fucking-
though. Pay that much America.
yeah.
Put that
Or
right in the
go.
box.
How to Train Your Dragon became one of the most fucking frustrating, stupid franchises on the face of the earth that I can't fucking stand. So
I know
like,
nothing about it.
I mean, have you watched the sequel movies? They're fucking terrible.
I just watched the first one.
Okay,
And then I
well,
bought the
they-
statue from
They
the- I
fucking
think
cuck everybody. It's like, what are the? It's so fucking stupid. So unless they take the franchise in a different direction with these movies, like if they're gonna
Gladiator
keep
2.
making movies, like change the fucking story because it's dog shit. Fucking Hiccup is such a fucking cuck boy. It's so annoying. And then he like, oh, I'm not gonna get into spoilers, but it's like, oh my god, it's dumb. So like, I'm not even excited to watch the live action remake because it's like, well, I already know what it's gonna turn into. So I don't know.
I'm
trying
still
not to be
excited, but
super
I'm
negative
hanging on
about
by a
everything.
thread.
What?
I'm still excited, but I'm hanging on by a thread.
Yeah.
I'm holding it.
Here we go, Charlie. A lot of
sure.
negative energy tonight on the stream. Because I'm so
It's just hard to
angry.
get excited by like getting fucked. You know what I mean? Like not now.
No.
I get pretty excited.
I am so Charlie, I don't think I could be more positive right now. I got my CPAP about to pap up tonight.
Got CPAP, new car, blue glasses,
You
big
gotta have
dick.
sex with
Gun.
that thing on.
Well, some of
New
those are
gun?
true. New blicky. Wait, is it? Oh, I don't think you can see it. I thought I was on the screen. What's the
Decent
blicky?
sized.
A gun, bro.
Oh, we don't have those here. Well, not many of us.
I was gonna say
it
I've
referred
seen
to as
Trailer
that.
Park Boys. They definitely have them.
Let's move on.
That's in Halifax. That's East Coast.
I want to watch it again, but I don't want to. I don't want to watch it again. I've watched it too much. It's my favorite show of all time, but it's like I don't want to overwatch it because then I'm gonna start. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know. I really want to start watching it.
Honestly, I do.
Charlie Unicorn got to meet Big Rib this week. Yeah, that was so random. He's like, I'm in San Antonio. And the next day we were eating Chinese food together, eating crab rangoons together, like Lady and the Tramp.
I know,
Anyways,
I didn't get to meet Big Rib. I'm sad.
fucking guy, you could have made it.
I really couldn't have.
You could have. We were out of dinner by like 7 o'clock. Wasn't that? You would have plenty of time.
I
to
was
talk
eating
about
by
it.
7.
Well, no, we were eating and done by 7.
Yeah,
So I'm saying if you would have just came to eat with us, like we invited you, you
I
could have
guess.
joined us
But
to eat.
yeah, I
and
still have to
eaten.
drive halfway across the city because you don't go anywhere.
Well, no, I did go somewhere. It was Ding Hao.
Yeah, up the
San
street,
Antonio.
about 6 blocks away
Ding
from me.
how?
So good, bro. So good.
Amazing.
Well, you know, if you would have said that you wanted to go somewhere, we could have adjusted. But you're like, "Nah, I'm good." So I mean, you know,
I wouldn't have gone either.
I was delicious though. finest Chinese food in San Antonio. Ding Hao.
Yeah, I couldn't
Not
catch
sponsored.
my dad eating there.
Yeah. Okay. Fucking. Oh, I get it. I know why. It's not kosher.
Wow.
Game of the Year awards.
You're a bad person.
Game of the Year awards. I got some. I'm not trying to be negative, Charlie. I got some fucking beef with this fucking list.
Wow.
Astrobot, Balatro. How the fuck do you say this? Baldo, Balatro,
Balatro.
Black Myth,
Yes.
Wukong, Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erd Tree, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and Metaphor Refantasio. First off, I am glad that Helldivers is not on this list. I feel like they fuck everyone too many times. I think it started when Sony did that bullshit where you needed a PS account to play the game, even if you were on Steam, and basically blacklisted like half the world from playing the game, and a lot of people never got their refunds. And then all the constant shit with the nerfs.
Their updates, yeah.
I'm glad that they did not make this list. Now, they did get nominated for 4 awards, so congrats to Arrowhead Studios. I do not feel like Elden Ring, Dean, I know that you love this game, but this is a DLC. I thought maybe because it was on this list that you could play it as a standalone title, but you had confirmed that you actually do need the first game to play it. And I feel like that's a bit yucky. And I know you love Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, but I feel like a remake of a game shouldn't be eligible for a Game of the Year award. Just my personal opinion, as good as it is. And it's also, I think you said these aren't even like the full Final Fantasy VII. They're like cutting it into multiple chunks. So I have some concerns about this list. I feel like Black Myth Wukong is going to win this, but Astrobot I've heard is a very, very good game. Also, I love Polar Knights. He's one of our Twitch watchers.
Nice.
He always comments, as always, I love the men's cams. It's the perfect evolution of beard growth. I think that's all he ever says, and I love it every single time. It makes me laugh. So thank you, Polar Knights.
We appreciate you for watching us on Twitch.
To see my balls. Dean should be on the top.
Wow.
We have basically the same amount of facial hair, me and Zach.
Let's show our balls on stream next time and see what Polar Knights thinks about it.
Jesus. I'm with
it's
you,
gotta
Zach.
be Black Myth or Astrobot, to be honest, in my opinion.
Elden Ring should not be on this list. It's a DLC, which you literally cannot access unless you beat bosses from the first game, 2 bosses. So you can't just open this up and play it.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy Rebirth, I don't love the game. I don't hate it, but it's not great. I just happen to love the characters that are in it. That's about it. It's kind of a fucking mess. And it really did not perform that well. I think it performed pretty good compared to like some games, like Dragon Age, which also is not on this list. So like I could kind of see where that's coming from, because it's also not a remake. It is a sequel. So I could see Final Fantasy VII on there, but I don't think it's anywhere close to winning Game of the Year. For me, Black Myth Wukong and Metaphor are the top 2 contenders. Balatro, I believe, is like a poker mobile game. I don't know what the fuck it's doing on this list, but I mean, mobile games can be, pretty competitive and have a lot of people on it. So I guess maybe I'm out of touch. I know next to nothing about Astrobot. I've seen some cute screenshots, but like, I don't know anyone personally who's played it. I don't know, you could really only play it on the PlayStation. So
yeah,
it's like
the
a
same with
Sony
Black Myth
thing.
Wukong, right? It's Steam and PlayStation only. I don't think it was for Xbox, was it? In fact, I'm almost certain it wasn't.
Oh, maybe. So it's kind of weird that Astrobot is on here. It feels like they ran out of shit to put on here because
No, Astrobot got like 10 out of 10s from like almost everybody. It was critically acclaimed.
Okay. Because that and
I've never
Ultra
played
seem
it.
like they're out of place.
Yeah. To me, like, I think you could make the argument for each of these games, but Elden Ring is like, why the fuck is this on this thing? Like, to me, that's actually crazy.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
But
we'll see. What's up, Ross?
Yeah,
Thanks, bro.
I'm just glad they didn't do some, because everybody was thinking they were gonna snub Black Myth Wukong.
I remember
didn't,
that
so.
being a big thing on TikTok. For some reason, they were saying that it was going to get snubbed. There was some like legality because the game developers weren't part of like a something or other. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah,
like they weren't affiliated with certain organizations, is why they couldn't.
Yeah, I'm not sure about all that stuff, but yeah, it's just I'm just glad there's not some, because we've seen some dog shit games this year, and I'm just glad they're not on this list. So
yeah,
yeah.
Just a brief reminder: we have the CW Awards next Tuesday. The nominations will start voting next week. Get those nominations in if you can. We have, I think, only 44 people that nominated, which is really not great.
I will say, just really quick, going back to the Game Awards thing.
Okay, I wasn't done.
Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erd Tree. Yes, it's a DLC, but it really is longer than a lot of games.
Yeah.
Out on its own, and it's just an expansion, right? This thing, I think I put like 75 hours into this, and you know, some games are what, 20 if you're lucky. So like, it is a very impressive thing, but still, it's not a standalone game. It's weird that it's on here, and that's coming from someone who fucking loves it.
100%. Black Myth Wukong is the game that I've been dabbling in, and I only say dabbling because I can. Yeah, it's amazing, but I can only get past the first like 3/4 of the first world because it's so hard. It's so hard. It feels like Elden Ring, Dean,
it's a
but
Souls game.
without the help. And it's one of the things that I like is that unlike like with Souls games, you'll drop everything, right? I like that you don't drop everything. When you die,
like your souls, or
your soul, yeah,
runes, yeah.
But otherwise, it still feels very similar. Combat is very similar. It's beautiful and it is fun.
Oh, it's stunning.
But it's really freaking hard, really hard. Like to the point where it's like, man, some of these even like lower level guys have no business being this hard, and it's pretty much boss battle after boss battle with just some beautiful scenery as you walk to the next boss battle, and so
yeah,
it feels like there's no relief. It feels like there's no relief and no help. Yeah. It is that is actually my biggest complaint, is that it looks like a big world that you could explore, but it is very like tunnel vision when you're walking through it. Actually, I had the same issue with God of War Ragnarok, actually, back when I played that. I hated that Kratos couldn't jump over a plant because it was like an invisible wall. It's like, that makes no sense. It really limits my immersion in the world. But otherwise, I mean, it was cool. You just have to be down to get your just pounded like death so many times, but it's so rewarding when you beat the boss, because then it's like you grind it down to the point where you get to recognize their patterns, their fighting patterns, and then when you finally beat them, it is pretty cool. So
yeah, I like that his face when you said get pounded. It's like,
wow,
nothing wrong with that.
Polar Knight says, hold on, I'll hit you with a follow. I just need to delete somebody. Twitch have a limit of 3,000 I can follow. What a fucking guy, bro.
Wow.
Really? They limit you on Twitch? That seems crazy.
He probably just deleted the
follow
Ben show.
But we've seen crazier shit happen on Twitch this week.
Dean, let's say thank you to the people of the world that keep the lights on.
Yeah, give a quick... Oh, sorry.
Wow.
Damn, that was terrible timing. Give a quick shout out to the Patreonies. Captain Fordo, Ian CV, Renee Mendes, Eric Mariscal, Quinn Gary King, Louis, Mark Pearson, Paul Schreiber, Equan, Chris Valtorina, Ben Thomas, David Jones, Sam Gist, Joao Bretta, Thomas Clark, Eric Switzer, Six Guns Figs, Billy Badfish, Joe Chet Beaks Corpus, Luke Skywalker, Sweet Danikin Lee Walker, Deanie Martin, Big Ol' Ferns, Caesar Mark Quinn, Mark Phillips, Lisa Martin Boboski, Victor Gregorio, Ricardo Valdez, Jose CZ, Alan Morgan, 2 Watt, Derek B, Aries Portillo, Alvin J, Mario Delgado, Arelis Delgado, Toy Cartel, Sith Scale Collector, Jared G, Alberto Cortez, Big Rib, Trevor Weed, Darren Elderton, Matt Clevenger, Dalmaton, Stephen Purchase, Sean Usby, Scott Bradley, Steve and Maria Stanley, Eddie Manzanares, Louis Bennett, Chip Parent, Exodus, Abe Dunk TV, and GG, the Judgmental.
Wow.
What a bunch of
Bunch
sweet
of
angels. Wow,
angels.
Polar Knights. Thank you.
What did he say? Okay, I deleted Fat Girl doing squats for $1 to follow you. Wow.
Follow some
send me
fat
that
guys.
Twitch,
There
though.
you go.
There you go,
How
fat
do I not
guys.
see those comments?
They're on Twitch. Not on YouTube.
Yeah, I think
there
you have to
it is.
log in to see the Twitch comments.
They weren't loading for some reason.
Here we go. We have the November-December Patreon benefits. We're having 2 stickers this month, or stickers or magnets, I guess, depending on the deals we get. But the Merry Oxmas sticker or magnet, 2024, and the Quacker Zacks I'm a Quack Addict cereal box sticker with Dean as the Quaker on the box.
That's amazing.
Shout out to Fern.
That's amazing.
There you go. So that'll be coming soon. Maybe even some holographics, maybe some glitter. We don't know. Patreon starts at $5 a month for the digital tier if you're into that. You get the member shoutouts, Patreon chat, and access to the digital audio versions of the After Dark program. Sweet Angel tier $7.50. You get a sticker sent straight to your door and access to Ox After Dark replay. The $15 and $25 certificates are Figure Fix, and for the $25 $25 is the Pog Deluxe set and doubles all the stickers we send and all the benefits of the previous tier. YouTube channel members, we have Absolute Irwin, Alvin J, Amanda Dobbs, Andrew Gibo, Benjamin Hansen, Big Ol' Fern, Bob Dylan, CC3PO, Chris V, CT603, DJ Daminator, Doc Smizzle, Equan, Fat Batman, Gare Bear, Good Old Spotchka, Gotham Cenobites, Justin Sports Cards, Jared G, LV Avenger 702, Mark Pearson, Mike L, Eddie Money Mendez, OG Fan, OMFG Rick, 16 Figure Focus, Paul Schreiber, Philip the Full, S Beam, Sam Gist, Scarn Lord, SpongeBob SquareBall, Sunnyvale Rest, The Ben Thomas Show, Toy Mafia, and Exodus. Sorry about that. You got me yawning, Dean. YouTube channel membership is 99 cents if you're a Patreon member. You get loyalty badges, chat emojis, and custom member shoutouts. We also have the $2.99 tier if you are not, with the same benefits. We also have a TeePublic if you want to buy some swag as well. We also have the new cereal Quacker Zacks design up there as well. Taking a look at the network, we have movie night this Thursday. I believe it's a pre-record, Ghost in the Shell. After Dark tomorrow at 10:30, Friday night, just another Friday night. And we're still working on some stuff for video game things in the future. We should also, if someone listens to our audio stuff, I think Chris Porteous sent me a batch of Small Talk and movie night stuff, so that will be uploaded. No, I can't do that, Bowling Nights. Those will be uploaded in a batch soon. So if you like the audio stuff, we'll try to get better at getting these in on time, but they will get done ASAP. Shout out time. Shout out to Big Rib. Got to meet him in person this week. Got to share a delicious Chinese meal at Ding Hao, San Antonio's finest Chinese food company. Anyone else have a shout out that they would like to give? Oh, shout out to Southern Sleep. Got me my CPAP, my AutoPAP. And also shout out to everyone that watched my vlog. A lot of great comments about the car buying process. And we also are making I'm going to do some vlogging. I like Manny's vlogs. He's a much better vlogger than I. But
yeah, shout out
to do some
Boogie
vlogs.
Manny.
Yeah, he's killing it
Make
with
sure you
the
follow him on YouTube.
AliExpress mask rehauls. Makes me want to do one.
Dude,
it's like a lot
AliExpress
of fun.
rehaul your mask. It's behind you.
No, that's already goated. You can't touch perfection like this, bro. This is already a 10 out of 10, bro. And it fits.
It's
over
pretty
the
great.
hip. I love it. I love everything about it. I'm gonna wear this to a party. Just this. I think this alone would be great.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just with a
It's
suit.
pretty sweet.
Dude, I'll wear it to a strip club. Like Dancing Bear, but it'll be Dancing Duck.
Wow.
Did you ever find out if he has a tail or not? Like
He does
the real
not.
mascot?
He does not. What the hell? Dean has the best toys, bro. What? Look at this.
Mine are just in a pile next to me.
Look at all this stuff. How dare you? Look at all this.
Zach, Polar Knight, Zach can't let anyone else have compliments other than him. It's
That's
an
true.
ego thing.
It's actually narcissism, I think is what they call it.
Yeah.
Has nothing to do with my ego. Anyone else have any shout outs they would like to give? Eddie has a
No
lot of
shout-outs.
toys. They're just off screen.
Yeah, Eddie's very, very picky with his collection.
I don't care
doesn't
for
just-
Polar Nights. I'm gonna be honest.
What
What?
the fuck,
Good
bro?
dick.
He's my new best
So-
friend.
Nice. Oh, I see. Yeah, Money Mendez. Yeah, he's got toys. He's got a lot.
He's a good kid. He's a good kid.
Yeah, I had to record a bunch of videos for our shorts, so I just have a pile next to me because I like record one, and I move it, record the next one, move it. So I need to clean up this section because
Oh, did you have the VF1 stuff for me?
no, I'll do that tonight.
If you haven't. Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, I should be getting the Razor Crest here, or not the Razor Crest, the
Ghost?
the Ghost, the HasLab Ghost. So I need, if we're gonna do an unboxing, I need to clear all this stuff off.
Wow.
So, no shout outs currently.
I'm good.
All right. Shout out to Marco. I hope he enjoyed Gladiator 2 with his father. I think spending time with your father is a good thing.
Yeah.
So, happy for him.
Boys before fathers. Not a saying.
What?
I'm saying it's not.
That sounded okay.
It did sound pretty bad.
Pause. Anyways.
I was gonna say bros before hoes, but I think that sounds worse.
Yeah.
I'm
Can't say that
Zach.
anymore.
I'm Dean.
I'm Ben.
And I'm Eddie.
Love you guys, and we'll catch you on the next episode.
Bye.